Welcome. My name is Violetta Alexis. I am a professional tarot reader and studying to become a professional Western tropical astrologer. We're going to be doing tarot card readings today. Keep in mind that these are general readings, so make sure that you're checking for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Also, keep in mind that if you are a first-time super chatter and you are interested in asking a super chat question, you can visit my website, www.violettaalexis.com, and look under Super Chat Rules. After you click Super Chat Rules, you will be able to see all of the information that you are most likely looking for on that page. Also, while you are there, make sure that you book a personal reading with me if you are feeling called to do so. Of course, if you are interested in exclusive content, exclusive access, and exclusive videos, you can go ahead and join my members program, which I have right here in YouTube. It is $4.99 and up. You can just click the link in my bio where it says join and become a member. Or you can go straight to my YouTube page and you can click the join button. And if you have not already done so, make sure that you are following my Instagram and or my Twitter. I do offer exclusive services, specifically on my Instagram, where I do take super chat questions if you don't catch me live. This is exclusive to my Instagram page, and all of that information can be found right down in the description box below. Also, there's something new that I have not spoken to you guys about yet. I've been kind of keeping this under wraps. I'm working with a company called Gigastar Technologies, and this is an opportunity for you guys to potentially make revenue off of my YouTube revenue. There will be things like a personalized Discord and other perks that are going to be exclusive to you guys. All you would need to do is sign up now, and then the whole program goes live on October 10th. This is for a very limited time, and all of the questions that you have will be available on the offering page. If this is something that you're interested in, all you need to do is click the link in my description box below where it says become a personalized part of my channel with Gigastar, and then you can sign up, and all of the information that you require is going to be right there. Thank you so much, dragons, for being a part of my channel. I love you so much, and let's go ahead and get started. Hi, how are you guys? Welcome. Hello, Alice. Hello, FG. Hello, Chris. Hello, Alejandra. Hello, Zaza. Hello, Pavio. Shout out to Rick for being here. Thank you so much. Little Wing, what's up? Pearl's Intuitive Outlook. It's so good to see you guys on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. What's up, Vern? You're looking for a well, thank you, but that was actually pre-recorded. I had to do it. I had to do the fucking pre-recorded video because I was so sick of delivering the same spiel every single time I went live. I was over it. So here we are. What's up, Tolis? Good to see you. Hi. So yeah, you guys, obviously we're going to be doing the week ahead. So we're going to be taking a look at your energy generally for this week. And then we're going to be taking a look at the first half of this week and then the second half of this week. So I'd say roughly between Sunday through Wednesday and then Thursday through Saturday. Okay. So let's go ahead and do it. Hello, Karina. Love the hair. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's see. What deck do I want to use? Yeah, I think I'm going to use this deck. So let's go ahead and start with Aries. All right, Aries. Let's see. What's up, Kimberly? I'm really great. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Show me Aries. What's going on for Aries this week? It was a great intro. Thank you. All right, let's see. All right, show me Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements for Aries for the week of November 5th through the 11th. Show me the week of November 5th through the 11th, please. November 5th through the 11th. Thank you, Lady Anne. Last shuffle. Okay. All right. Let's see. Ooh, Seven of Swords wanted to show its ugly ass face, but let's see. Show me Aries. The Four of Swords. The Temperance. Love that. The Hermit in reverse. Interesting. And the Five of Swords. Then we have the Fool. You know what? I'm going to actually turn this way because that's just not going to work for me. Sorry. There we go. That's better. Sorry if that looks weird, you guys. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. I had to turn it around. It just wasn't giving me enough wiggle room. All right, that's going to have to do. Ten of Swords in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Tell me about that Five of Swords in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune. Well, it seems like you've been going through something. Like, I feel like it's more so on an emotional level, and I say that because what comes before the Four of Swords, the Three of Swords? What's the Three of Swords? Well, it's sorrow, bitch, right? It's sorrow. It's sadness. It's, you know, maybe it's not that deep. Maybe it's just something that you've been dealing with for a very, very long time, and you're just talking to a therapist. You're working through it with a friend, you know, whatever it is. I think that whatever has happened to you, you're realizing it's happened for you and not necessarily to you. I think whatever it is, you feel pretty much at peace with it, right? Like it's not stressing you out as much as it once was, because I think that I don't know why I'm getting this, but it's almost like you're starting to feel like you have more control over your life than you think. Not necessarily more control over external forces, but just control of yourself and your own emotions, which you realize is like 50% of the game, right? And then with that Hermit in reverse, it very much makes me feel like you're kind of getting ready to do something. Like, I don't know if you guys are just very determined to succeed. The Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. So specifically for my Aries risings, Jupiter is transiting your second house right now. So maybe it's specifically about finances. You're like, you know what, bitch, I'm going to do it. I'm going to kill it, right? I think that you have a strong sense of self and who you are. The High Priestess in reverse and the Ten of Swords in reverse tells me that maybe this is what you were kind of overcoming. Maybe some form of betrayal. Maybe you betrayed somebody, you know, I don't know. Maybe somebody else betrayed you, but it feels like you're realizing that these things that you're harboring, maybe in a negative way, instead of allowing these negative things that happen to you, instead of just like holding on to them and let them kind of eat you alive from the inside out, it more so feels like you are transmuting the energy and you're like, you know what, I can actually use this as fuel, or I can use this to do something with my life. Zaza, thank you so much for the 2 super chat questions. So let's see the first half of the week, which is the Fool in reverse. What's up, Leo Empress? Let's see. Tell me about that Fool in reverse. Last shuffle. Okay. The Six of Wands in reverse. The Three of Pentacles. Give me one more. Okay. Queen of Cups and the Death card. Interesting. With the World in reverse. It's almost making me feel like you guys are not interested in like unwanted attention right now. It's making me feel like why did I think the two of you? Why did I want to say the two of you? Maybe this is specifically about another person. That's interesting that I wanted to say the two of you. Maybe because of that Three of Pentacles. It almost feels like you're trying to make something like not a big deal. I don't know if you had a falling out with somebody. I don't know if you haven't been talking to somebody. I don't know if you're trying to reach out to somebody. But it feels like this more so I'm getting this intuitively, like you're not trying to make something bigger than it actually needs to be. It just makes me feel like you're not trying to do anything too reckless. You're not trying to do anything too crazy. It just feels like you have some kind of open-ended issue or open-ended collaboration that you just kind of like left. But it feels like you're getting ready to come to terms with something. This is making me feel like this is evolution with the Death card and the Queen of Cups. Like something about your emotions is changing. Like you're realizing a lot of things about yourself. And I feel like with that Temperance and that Hermit in reverse, the Four of Swords, I think that you're spending a lot of time learning things about yourself. And through that, I think that you're finding your sense of emotional maturity. Like, not saying that you're immature now, but it makes me feel like there's something evolving in regards to that. It's almost like you're getting down to like the nitty-gritty, like soft side of yourself in some way for whatever reason. And I think it's because of something that you have been learning through some kind of trial, tribulation, or some kind of betrayal. Tell me about that world in reverse. Are you like coming to take over, honey? Because it kind of makes me feel like somebody stripped you of your power, or you allowed somebody to strip you of your power. And it makes me feel like you're getting ready to have some kind of big glow up where you feel like you failed, or you felt like you met some kind of resistance, or, you didn't want to be seen, or, it's something like that. And you're kind of getting to this point where you're coming together with a group of people or another person, and you are restarting something that you left in the dust a while ago. I don't know. Maybe it's a YouTube channel. Maybe it's you finally going after that promotion. It's something that you're finally working on. Tell me about that Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The Empress in reverse. What's that Ace of Pentacles in reverse? The Eight of Swords in reverse. I don't feel like this is you, to be honest. I mean, of course it could be, but it doesn't feel like you. This is making me feel like this is the person that hurt you a little bit. Um, so I have two ways I'm going to spin it, okay? The first way I'm going to spin it is that you have somebody here who's forced to let go of you, which is making them feel more insecure. And it's kind of getting them in their head a little bit about what could have been or what should have been. With the devil there, it's making me feel like it's their worst fears. And it seems like they're kind of getting in their head about it, about you, about what was. I don't know if this is like a mother figure, I don't know if this is like a lover. I'm not really sure who it is, but it's almost like this person is kind of forced to free themselves of their own delusions, illusions, fears, whatever. Tell me about that devil. The Judgment. It seems like they're being forced to like reconcile some kind of I don't know, mental issue or something like that. For others of you, I will say this. You could be getting into more of your masculine energy because you don't feel really comfortable to just kind of, I don't want to say sit around, because feminine energy isn't necessarily about just sitting around, but it seems like you're more so in this mode of pursuing. And I think it's because you've kind of been in your feminine energy for a while, where you were sitting back and you were healing and you were creating or doing maybe what you felt like you had to do. And I think that for some of you, you have like a weird attachment to your feminine energy where you view it as like weak or traumatizing or something. And that's why you sometimes default to your masculine. Whatever this is, it's some kind of negative pattern that's coming back around for somebody to look at. And I feel like it has more to do with self-worth, self-value, and some kind of mental issue. Isn't that interesting? So yin, this is like the feminine energy. This is about intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, receptivity. That's really interesting that this is your advice card. This may be asking you not to push too hard at this time, because it could be that, yes, maybe you took some time to heal yourself, etc. And I'm not saying that you're not ready for something. But I will say that maybe to fall back a little bit and not push yourself to, especially with this Mars Uranus opposition that we're having, and all of this energy in Scorpio. Um, Maybe don't push something so hard, okay, for some of you. Okay. So thank you, Aries. Let's go ahead and move on to Taurus. What's up, Kiss? Let's move on to Taurus. All right, Taurus. What can you tell me for Taurus for this week? Show me Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements for the week of November 5th through the 11th. By the way, Rick, I removed all mods except for you and Lori because you guys are the only ones that actually show up to mod. So let's see. What can you tell me for Taurus for the week between November 5th through November 11th? Show me Taurus. Last shuffle. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you for the super chat question. Keep in mind, guys, all super chat questions will be answered and time stamped. Oh my God, hold on, you guys. Hey, I am currently live. The door is unlocked. You just hung up on me. All right, hold on, guys. Sorry. All right, let's look. All right, show me Taurus. What's going on for Taurus? The Devil in reverse. Okay, the Four of Wands. The World. Okay. The Empress in reverse. Some of y'all are dealing with the Aries. Looks very similar. Knight of Swords in reverse. And the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, well, I mean, this is ultimately about what makes you happy. What makes you happy on an individual level, and not necessarily making it about what everybody else needs from you and about what everybody else wants from you or for you. I feel like with that Devil in reverse there, let me clarify. Knight of Cups in reverse. Well, for some of you, you know, you're feeling like maybe someone around you is a manipulator, or, you know, someone is not necessarily good for you, or maybe it's just about your past relationships where you realize that the people that you've attracted aren't necessarily authentic to you. Empress in reverse as well. For some of you, you could be realizing that you've been having some creative blocks because of where you've been at emotionally, where you felt like you had to overcompensate, Empress in reverse, or where you felt like you had to do far more than enough to be able to impress whomever. I think that you're getting to this point where you're making decisions now, or you're realizing that you need to make decisions about what's best for you personally and not what's good for the group. Okay. Um, with that Four of Wands to the World, you know, for some of you, maybe you're solidifying a relationship, but this more so makes me feel like you're freeing yourself from something. You know, you have a reason to celebrate something. I think that you're completing. I don't know what you're completing. Okay, maybe it's finally you're getting your LLC for a business. You know, finally you're just realizing that you have addictions or fears or people pleasing tendencies that you can finally let go of. Whatever it is, you are reaching a milestone. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at that Knight of Swords in reverse. Tell me about that Knight of Swords in reverse. Ooh. Blech. Okay. The King of Cups in reverse. Yikes. The Three of Swords. Ooh. Well, you know, let's see. And the Two of Swords in reverse. Okay. Um, you know, Taurus, if you are involved, you may be deciding to complete a connection that you're realizing is not really good for you. You may have somebody around you that triggers you, even if it's, I don't know, maybe it's a father figure, I don't know, but it's a King of Cups in reverse archetype, Knight of Swords in reverse archetype. So if we combine the Knight of Swords in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse, what can we say that what kind of person this is? So this is the kind of person that could passively aggressively trigger you, and then kind of be like, what? This is somebody who will say things underhandedly to trigger you in some way. And it could be that this person is like hurting you in some way, hurting your feelings. And so this may be what you are deciding to close out on, or realizing that maybe you need to. For some of you, you may have another option that is very invested in you. Two of Wands can be like, needing to decide between two people. If it's not about love specifically, I just feel like maybe you are triggered emotionally by something. Maybe your heart is breaking over a person, over something you learned. But whatever the case is, I feel like you're making a decision to finally close that cycle out. For some of you, this could absolutely be some kind of creative blocks. This is very much making me think of the Aries read a little bit. It just feels like you want more growth in a situation and you feel like you're not getting it. That's what it feels like to me on an intuitive level. So let's look at that Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Carefully your finances this week, okay? Careful of your finances. The Death in reverse. The Hangman. Tell me about the Hangman. The Seven of Swords in reverse. The Eight of Swords, the Tower. Okay, so I want you guys to be careful of your finances this week. Don't go blowing a bunch of money. And I feel like you have some things that are kind of on the back burner that you need to take care of when it comes to your finances. But as you can see, like, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse is not even looking at the Five of Pentacles, and then you have the Death in reverse, which tells me that there's still something that's kind of hanging on to your gills, right? There's something that's still hanging on to your bull horns, but it's like you're not really paying attention to it because you're focused on something else. And I think that a lot of you may need to be really smart in regards to your finances this week when it comes to, like, you're going to need to sacrifice some things when it comes to your finances. Like, maybe you've been eating out a lot or doing DoorDash a lot or something like that. It's like, okay, we got to stop because we got bills, right? It's something like that. And there maybe a bill comes in the mail, like comes out of nowhere, but this is trying to change the way that you handle money. Or this is trying to change the way that you handle things so you can break some kind of cycle. And it may be something that kind of comes out of nowhere that forces you out of a stuck situation. So play it smart is what I want to say. And then your advice is Taurus. So, I mean, Taurus is about money, but Taurus is also about self-worth and self-value. Have you allowed yourself to give and give and give into a situation that is not really authentic to you? Have you given to a situation that isn't giving to you? Are you taking care of your finances? Are you building a life that you actually want, right? So that's what I got for you, Taurus. Let's go ahead and move on to Gemini, okay? All right, Gemini. What's going on for Gemini's Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements? Show me Gemini. All right, let's see. Show me Gemini. What's going on for Geminis this week? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements for the week of November 5th through the 11th. Okay. All right, let's see. Show me Gemini. the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Five of Swords in reverse, and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Okay. Tell me what that Nine of Pentacles in reverse is. The World in reverse. I kind of feel like you're busting your ass a little bit. It feels like you're busting your ass to make some kind of money. It doesn't always have to be terrible, but it's like you're kind of overdoing it a little bit. But the rest of the cards are positive. So, you know, with the Queen of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, that's why I'm not really taking it negatively, because it seems like there's some kind of opportunity coming to you, like especially on a financial level, or maybe a relationship, right? It could be that, or if you're already partnered, maybe it's going to go to the next level. It feels like there's something that you're getting ready to complete. You're not quite there yet, but I feel like the completion is where that Ten of Pentacles is at for the end of the week. It looks like you're feeling pretty confident. I mean, you guys are looking great, you know, with that Queen of Wands. You guys are looking sexy. You guys are looking handsome, whatever it is. For some of you, could be making travel plans. Maybe you're traveling for work. Others of you, it just feels like you're getting on the same page with somebody at work, or getting on the same page with somebody in order to take this opportunity, in order to build or create this opportunity, really. And I love the Queen of Wands here with the Eight of Wands. And the reason why I like that is because it's showing me that you're really being authentically you. Like, you're not afraid to speak your mind this week. You're not afraid to, you know, push around your ideas and get them noticed. Or you're not afraid to let people, make people hear what you have to say. But it's not like in a negative way. It seems like it's very constructive. And it's because you're getting some kind of opportunity. So let's look at that Five of Swords in reverse. The Two of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Strength and the King of Swords. If you have somebody here that's trying to give you advice this week, especially in the beginning of the week, I would listen to them, especially if it's in regards to finances or love, possibly. With that Five of Swords in reverse and the Two of Pentacles in reverse, this is somebody who is not really like pushing something too hard. This to me makes me feel like this is somebody who's kind of taking it easy when it comes to pursuing maybe you, or maybe you pursuing something. But I don't think this is you, because you're showing up as the Queen of Wands and the Eight of Wands. So this is making me feel like you're going full force with something. And there's somebody else who's maybe like seeing you in a different light, or seeing you in a different angle, not in like a bad way. But I feel like there's also somebody who's kind of maybe putting their ego to the side, or somebody who's putting their opinion to the side in order to offer you something. And so I don't know, it's making me feel like it's love a little bit, but this could also just be somebody that is like, you know what, I'm just gonna put our problems aside. I'm just gonna put it on the back burner, and I'm just going to try to be vulnerable with you and explain my side of something. That's what it feels like. I think that you have somebody that very much wants to keep the peace with you, or make peace with you in some way, or maybe doesn't want to get on your bad side, so to speak. And so this could be somebody who's kind of like dropping the tough guy act, if that makes sense. Tell me about that Hangman, the Judgment. This is something or someone that you've dealt with before. Feels like this person is trying to get on your good side. Tell me about that Two of Pentacles in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles. It feels like you have somebody dropping something else to offer you something. So I don't know, maybe it's like a promotion at a job, right? So maybe your boss has a choice between two people, and they're like, you know what, I'm just gonna give Gemini the thing. You know what I mean? because maybe they're seeing you in a different light. But it looks like it's a really big decision, whatever it is. Sharia, thank you so much for the super chat question. So let's go ahead and take a look at that 10 of Pentacles. The 3 of Swords. Interesting. That's an interesting combination. The 7 of Wands. I don't feel like that's you. You're getting something that you wanted, but it feels like somebody else kind of has to suffer. Not that that's like a good thing, right? I'm not saying. Yeah, it feels like it's some kind of karmic justice for you in a positive light. I feel like somebody else has to lose in order for you to win, kind of. That's what it makes me. Even if it's like a romantic thing, okay? Somebody could be, I'm not trying to make you sound like a pick me, but somebody could be like choosing you, whether that's for a work thing, whether that's for, I don't know, some kind of gig, whether that's for romance, because it's showing me that 9 of Pentacles in reverse and the World in reverse. It's like you're pushing for something, you're working really hard for something that you've wanted that's been kind of like up in the air. And it's showing me that you're getting it with that 10 of Pentacles by the end of the week. So I don't know, maybe it's something small, celebrate your small wins, right? But it feels like you are beating some kind of like competition and you're finally getting what is owed to you in some way. You have house 6. So maybe this is about your job. Maybe this is about work. Maybe this is about a freaking apartment, that you're getting, a house that you're getting. Well, it can talk about this more like lease or like a tenancy, right? This can be about health, work, routine, your day-to-day life, your daily life. And this is your advice. So this may be telling you to very much focus on these things, right? Put a big spotlight, put a big focal point when it comes to and you have a bunch of what's it called, you have a stellium going on right there in Scorpio in your 6th house anyway, right? Mars, Mercury, the sun. And so you already have like a big focus there, and I feel like this is just kind of telling you to hone in on that. I also want to say, don't do it to a point where you are exerting yourself and breaking yourself down. I don't think that you are, but it just seems like you're winning. Especially, this can also talk about enemies, right? And so for some of you, if you have like an enemy or something like that, for some of you, you could be kind of like beating this person, if that makes sense. So yeah. So it kind of makes sense with the astrology as well. Thank you so much, Gemini. What's up, Michaela? Oh, it's 2-hour drive, honey. Where are you going? All right, let's see. I don't usually do this on Sunday afternoons, but here we are. All right, let's see Cancer. All right, what can you tell me for Cancers? What's going on for Cancer from November 5th through the 11th? Show me November 5th through the 11th for Cancer placements. Show me Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements from November 5th through November 11th. Hold on, you guys. Sorry, hold on. All right, let's see here. All right, Cancers. Okay, love that. 8 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Queen of Cups. The 6 of Wands. The World. The Page of Wands. What's that Wheel of Fortune? The Judgment in reverse. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I actually like it, and I'm gonna tell you why, right? So this really makes me feel like, first of all, you're killing it at work. Okay, you're killing it at work, or you're killing it with your day-to-day routine. You're getting shit done. You're putting your nose to the grindstone, and you're making stuff happen. I will say with that Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Judgment in reverse, I really think that you're having a hard time making a decision on something that's highly repetitive in your life, whether this is an emotional cycle. You know, maybe you're having a hard time letting go of control with something, or you're having a hard time making a decision on something that keeps repeating itself. And it's not really telling me exactly what it is, but it's telling me that a decision needs to be made. It's also making me feel like you have a higher purpose, but it feels like you are more so zoned in or focused in on like the little details of things, like where we have like our higher purpose, right? Like the ninth house or the 10th house. The sixth house is like all the little day-to-day things that we like, our job, not our career, right? The things that we our little hobbies, right? Not necessarily our purpose. So there's like more of a focus on small stuff, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but there's something bigger that's calling you. Now, it seems like with that Queen of Cups to the Six of Wands, you could be getting a lot of attention at this time for something, maybe for your work. The Queen of Cups here is making me feel like maybe you're in love with somebody, or you're just very in tune with your emotions, feeling very sensitive to things right now. The Queen of Swords in reverse and the Page of Pentacles. There may be something that you are trying to get off the ground, or something new that you're trying to start. Maybe that's why you're working so hard. But with that Queen of Swords in reverse, maybe you don't have like a clear, concise, realistic perspective of like where it's going to go or where it should go. When it comes to that, I would say keep your eye on the prize, or keep your eye on the ball with these things. But there's something higher that's calling you, but it's kind of making me feel like you're just a little too focused on your emotions. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but quite focused on your emotions, or you know, also quite focused on like the day to day and the details of things. So let's take a look at that World. The Hermit in reverse. The Knight of Wands. Okay. What's that Seven of Swords in reverse? The Ace of Swords. Interesting. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. The Magician in reverse. Well, what's the World? The Justice in reverse. Ooh. So, you know, there's something that you feel like is out of alignment. You feel like it's off balance. You feel like it's not reciprocal. You feel like it's throwing you off your purpose and off your balance. And you could feel like there's somebody here that for some of you, there's somebody here that's trying to like gossip about you, or that's trying to talk crap about you, somebody that's trying to manipulate others to perceive you in a certain light, is what I'm getting with that for some reason. But I don't really think that you give a shit. And I say that because that World, the Hermit in reverse, the Knight of Wands, like you're like, I don't care about that stuff. Like you're closing that out. You're done with that, right? You're starting a new cycle. You're feeling very self-aware. You know exactly what it is or who it is that you're passionate about. Seven of Swords in reverse and the Ace of Swords, it's like you know your truth. You're doing something for you, right? The Seven of Swords in the upright can be like, I'm doing this for the group. And the Seven of Swords in reverse, it doesn't always have to be bad. It can talk about, I'm doing this for me, and I know my personal truth, and I don't care what anybody else is saying about me. So let's go ahead and take a look at that Page of Wands. This is actually my favorite reading today. So let's see. Tell me about that Page of Wands. Ooh, okay. Well, I guess I will take it. Those are a lot of cards, though. Huh. Interesting. The Two of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Wands in reverse. I really like this. It feels like you are gaining the confidence, finding the confidence to go out on this journey that is committed to your higher self. Like you're making higher self decisions. I think that there could be somebody here that you're actively pursuing, or maybe somebody new comes in with that Page to the Two of Cups. But I love that the Two of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles is here in combination, because even if you're partnered, you're still like, I'm still doing what's best for me, which is kind of alleviating some tension. I will say that I feel like you have somebody here who's quite jealous of you, perhaps. Somebody who's very jealous of you and like what you have going on. Somebody who's just jealous that you're kind of like winning, maybe. With that Three of Wands in reverse, tell me about that Three of Wands in reverse, the High Priestess. I feel like this is about your potential. In When it comes to the High Priestess, if you'll notice, she doesn't have a roof over her head, and it's supposed to indicate like your potential is limitless. And so this is making me feel like you know what your potential is, and I feel like you want it, right? Like you want to hit it. What I'll say with that is, I'm not saying don't focus on the details of things. I think that you're perfecting something, but I think that you need to focus on like the bigger picture. Like, okay, yeah, this is great, but like where do we want to take this, right? Like for instance, I have a friend and he's a writer, and he is a great writer, right? But he just writes like these little very poetic tweets, and I'm like, dude, go write a fucking book, right? Like what told you? Look at that. How crazy is that? House 10 told you. So this is like your higher purpose. This is like big picture higher purpose. This is the public life, the public sphere. I feel like with that 6 of Wands and House 10, I feel like you could really do something when it comes to your higher purpose in your life and your career, and you showing up in the world. But this is going to take structure, discipline, patience, and I think you got it. So good for you. Love that, Cancer. Favorite read. All right, let's see. Let's see. All right, hold on. Sorry, you guys. I'm kind of multitasking today. I have my kids here, and then I have their. All right, hold on. Give me 1 second, okay, guys? Sorry, hold on. All right. Sorry about that, guys. What's up, Jungle? Thank you so much for the super chat question. All right, let's see here. What's up, XYT? Good to see you, Shanda. Hey. All right. We are going to be doing Leo now. So let's see. Show me Leo. Show me Leo. What's going on for Leos this week? November 5th through the 11th. Show me Leo. I am Nia. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna have a hard time remembering that. I'll try though. You know what I'm saying? The joys of parenthood. Honestly, yes. I love them so much. What's up, Pinky? Good to see you. Hey. That reading is just kind of sitting there in limbo. I'm not sure what you plan on doing with that. I mean, it's yours. It's available whenever, but I just wanted to remind you. All right, let's see. 2 more shuffles for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. All right, Leo in the house. Yeah. I have no Leo placements, Cancer placements, or Aquarius placements. Thank you, Jungle. All right, let's see. What's up, 86? All right, Leo, Justice in reverse. The Lovers. Oh, God, please. Page of Swords in reverse. The Eight of Pentacles. The Magician. Ten of Swords. Shit. Sorry. King of Cups in reverse and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Dear God. What's the Justice in reverse? I'm not gonna lie, it kind of feels like you're worried about like petty stuff. I'm not saying that it's not valid, but just with that Page of Swords in reverse, it's like, you know, what's the Page of Swords in reverse? The Judgment in reverse. Yikes. I feel like I feel like you think that somebody's blowing smoke up your ass. You know what I'm saying? And maybe they are. You know, who am I to say, right? Maybe they're blowing smoke up your ass, Leo. I have no idea. But I will say you are a little assumptive about something. I'm not saying that you're not right about a certain person, but I'm saying that you're not right about everything with that Page of Swords in reverse and the Judgment in reverse. And I feel like you are not either owning up to something, or you are not reconciling with someone or making a very important decision around somebody because you are assuming the worst. I think that it is kind of driving you in a mental state a little bit, especially with that Four of Swords in reverse and the Justice in reverse. That Page of Swords in reverse is looking at the Eight of Pentacles, which makes me kind of feel like because of this assumption or because you're getting in your head about something, you're throwing yourself into something else as like a distraction. Now, the Lovers is here, which tells me that there's something that's quite authentic in your energy about someone or something, makes me feel like someone that you are connected to. But it's more so you. Now, see, the thing is, I don't want to say that you're wrong, but there's something that you are wrong about. And I don't like the Two of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse because it makes me feel like you maybe have somebody that you feel is blowing smoke up your ass and it's confusing you on an emotional level. Like, are they just in and out? Are you guys just not getting along? You know, is it a therapist? You know, it feels like you maybe confided in somebody or something like that and you're just not trusting it, or I mean, what's the thing? I want to take a look at that Magician. Oh, the Ten of Pentacles. Love that. The Eight of Swords in reverse and the Five of Cups. All right. The Wheel of Fortune, the Knight of Pentacles. What's the Five of Cups? The Temperance in reverse. Well, this to me is just you being hella unsettled with something from the past. Like, you're very unsettled with how something went before. You're unsettled with how a business went. You're unsettled with a past relationship. And it is kind of obstructing your future goals or even your present mentality and your present moment to be able to kind of let go of the wheel and move forward in a cool, calm, collected manner. This is telling me that you have all the talents, gifts, skills, and abilities to either make a relationship happen, to solidify a relationship, or to get everything that you've ever wanted. You know, not to sound corny, but the problem is that you're too assumptive, or you're in your head about something, or you are allowing distractions uh, to distract you from processing some form of emotion that you're needing to process before you go ahead and move forward. Because the thing is that when we do these things, it doesn't mean that we can't take our energy and transmute it into something productive. That's not what I'm saying. But sometimes what we do as human beings, because we don't want to feel things, this is why people drink. This is why people smoke, right? This is why sometimes people get tattoos. Hello, you know, guilty, because we don't want to feel something, right? Or we go to the edge to feel everything at once. But what we're doing is we're just creating like this heightened right, like thrill to be able to distract ourselves from what's going on in here. And so then what ends up happening is we fill our life with enough distractions and enough um, things that those old emotions that we suppressed before then end up coming back. And I remember when I had a breakup, for instance, I was like, you know what, I'm throwing myself into everything. I went and got a sponsorship. I got monetized on YouTube a month after. You know, I was working out like crazy and I was doing all these things. And I was, then I got more free stuff from my sponsorship. And then I was just throwing myself into as many things as I put TikTok, like, and I was just boom, 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 until finally, like, I had suppressed all of that for so long, for like a year, and then 2021, like one day I just meditated and allowed myself to just, is when I first started meditating, is early 2021. And all of it just came out of me. It just all caught up to me. And like, I was just sitting there meditating, bitch. Like, I wasn't even trying to think about anything weird. I was just like letting it go. Right. And just, I had tears streaming down my face, you know, it's because sometimes we don't realize it because we're so distracted by the day to day, run. Right. This culture. This is our culture. This is America's culture. We're just constantly on the go that we don't realize that there are other things that need attention. So let's go ahead and take a look at that Ten of Swords. The Five of Wands in reverse. And the Three of Swords. Damn, that Three of Swords is coming out a lot today. The Eight of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. See, I don't want you to do that. Because there's something that is quite heartbreaking to you. And it's making you feel like it's not good enough. This could be with somebody at a distance with the Eight of Wands. You could start feeling like you're not good enough, or I don't know, maybe you felt like you were trying too hard. Maybe you felt like you were pushing too hard and you feel like you're getting nowhere. And now it's like this point, it almost feels like your ego's hurt a little bit. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, your feelings are so hurt and you're so sad. I'm not saying that, but I mean, like, you are sad, like the Three of Swords. You're just realizing that there was too much of a difference in something. Like, something was too unconventional, or something didn't align with your morals, your values, your religious, your spiritual beliefs, whatever it is. And it's like you're realizing that maybe you have to disconnect from something. It's kind of like that metaphor that I use, or not metaphor, the analogy I use when, two people get stranded out in the ocean, right? And one person is like hanging on to the other person, and the other person is just swimming just fine, but they eventually have to peel the other person off because the other person is like drowning them, and it's kind of like, it's making me feel like it's something like that. So your advice is Sagittarius. So this is about being optimistic. This is about travel. This is about higher education. This is about higher purpose, focusing on the bigger picture. Kind of like what Cancer got a little bit. And so I feel like that's what you need to do. I feel like you need to break free. I feel like you need your freedom. I feel like you need to venture out a little bit and explore the true authenticity of you. All right, I think I'm gonna switch up the cards a little bit because I feel like I've. Okay. All right, let me use these cards. All right, Virgo. Let's see Virgo. All right, Virgos. Show me Virgo. What can you tell me for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements for November 5th through the 11th? Show me Virgo from November 5th through the 11th. Last shuffle. What's up, Stacy? All right, let's see. All right, Virgo. Seven of Swords, huh? Okay. Seven of Swords, Two of Wands. Ooh, okay. The Four of Cups. The World in reverse. Okay. The Ten of Swords in reverse. The Eight of Cups. Sheesh. The Ten of Cups in reverse and the Page of Wands in reverse. Ooh, some of you may be realizing that there's either somebody that's just too damn immature to have a relationship with, or you're realizing that there's somebody that is that you have to disconnect from because of their immaturity, and this could be like a family member. Um, I feel like you guys are pretty disappointed with life right now, or like you're disappointed because you may have these options that are available to you, but you may feel like they're not what's authentic to you. It makes me feel like with that Seven of Swords to the Two of Wands, you could be getting ready to make a decision that you're not really confiding in anyone about. And you're feeling like you have to do something different, but it feels like something you've done before. So, and I say that because I see the World in reverse there. Well, let's clarify the World in reverse. The Page of Swords. Some of you are breaking free from like a career or from the norm to do like a podcast, Page of Swords, or like Page of Swords can be like a writer or a podcaster or creating content or something on social media. For others of you, you're trying to figure out whatever the thing is, right? Whatever the thing is that you kind of left in the dust before, like something that you wanted to complete, something that you wanted to pursue. It's like you're trying to figure out how to pursue it and how to complete it. I'm thinking that with that Seven of Swords and the Two of Wands, the Seven of Swords can sometimes talk about somebody who's doing something for not just for themselves, but also for like the group, right? For others. And you may be having a hard time because you're feeling like you need to make a decision for your own life based around others. Who was that? Who got something like that? Was that Taurus? Some of you may have Taurus placements. I think Taurus had something like that. And so you may be realizing that you're needing to make some form of decision, based around what everybody else wants. But I think that that's where the sadness is coming from. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, maybe like your parents want you to be a doctor and you're like, I want to be a writer, and it's like, oh, I gotta wait. But you're getting ready to break out and do something like different is what it looks like. Something that you left in the dust before. Maybe it's a relationship, I don't know. So then you have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Tell me about the Ten of Swords in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I'm not taking all those. All right, give me another one, please. The Hangman in reverse. My goodness. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. All of these reversals. There's something that you wanted maybe since childhood with that Six of Cups in reverse, the Magician in reverse. There's a lot of reversals here. Ten of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Hangman, Wheel of Fortune. You're just repeating a cycle. You're repeating a cycle because I feel like there's a fear of you missing an opportunity that I feel like you don't even necessarily want anyway. And so you are kind of in this like mode of like, all right, I guess let's just do the same thing every day, blah, blah, right? It's like nothing's really like changing. It's like things are just repeating themselves. Things are just like staying the same when you're realizing that something has to evolve, something has to change, and you're not really honoring something that you've been dreaming of or something that you've been wanting for a long time. And for some of you, it could be like a soulmate, a friend group, friends, or something that's holding you back from the past where you're like, ugh, I just want to break out and like move forward from this. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like you're kind of like in this process, like this birthing process, so to speak. Um, and it kind of makes me feel like you're having a hard time. Like we all get freaked out, right? We think about, oh my God, what is it going to be like when we die? When we die, what is it going to be like, right? We are terrified to die, but we were terrified to come out of the womb too, you know? And then when we did, we realized there's a whole nother world on the other side. And so I feel like you're going through like a metaphorical process like that. So let's look at the 8 of Cups. Tell me about that. The 3 of Wands in reverse. The Page of Wands. My goodness. Page of Wands in reverse. Okay. I'm almost getting like an imposter syndrome. Thank God with that Queen of Wands. Jesus Christ. Thank God. Queen of Swords in reverse, Ace of Cups. You're realizing you just need to get out of your fucking head. Get out. You know what? Like, I realized something. When I get out of my head, and I'm a writer, right? I love to write. It's my favorite thing in the world. I rather be writing right now than reading tarot to your ass. Okay. And I love it so much. And I'm really good at it. But I notice that when my brain is too on, when I'm thinking too much about something, it doesn't come out as good. And I feel like you have to turn your brain off. I know that's hard for you guys to do, right? You guys are ruled by Mercury. But you got to do it because there's something with that 8 of Cups that it's not fulfilling for you anymore, or it's not what you actually want. And I think that your spirit is kind of letting you know, this isn't for you, or you know, you're realizing by the end of the week that you're getting impatient and that you have to walk away from something. And at first, there's like this lack of confidence or this, I don't know, you know, like imposter syndrome vibe. But then it's like interesting because at the end, with that Ace of Cups and the Queen of Wands, it's like you just listen to your heart, basically, not to be corny, but you do. And you're like, you know what, fuck it, you know? Excuse my language. But the Queen of Wands is like she, he, whatever gender you identify with, is not afraid of their shadow. They're not afraid of their light. They're somebody who's quite outspoken and they go after whatever they want because they have the confidence that they'll be able to get it. And then you have House 4. Some of you may be buying a home or moving, or this is your advice. So maybe there's something that you need to focus on emotionally. You know, the House 4 can talk about our emotions. It can also talk about our childhood. And remember, I said there was something that maybe you've wanted since childhood, something in the past that you are maybe needing to revisit, and it's telling you to do it. For some of you, there's like a mother figure or like a grandmother or something that maybe like passed on that's encouraging you to do something. But I'm feeling like you're needing to like find peace with what it is that you maybe love to do and what it is that you find comfort in, okay? And surrounding yourself with people you also find comfort in, okay? Oh, is Lori here? Hey, Lori, what's going on? All right, guys, hold on 1 second. Hold on, okay? Give me 2 seconds. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that. My baby's dad was picking up the girls. Courtney, thank you so much for the super chat question. All right, let's move on to Libra. Thanks, Courtney. Let's see. All right, Libra. All right. All right, show me Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Show me Libra. What's going on for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements for November 5th through the 11th? Thank you, Tolis. All right, let's see. All right. The Page of Swords in reverse. The Two of Pentacles in reverse. God. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Cups in reverse. Jesus Christ. The Three of Wands in the upright. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. That was okay. 10 of Cups in reverse. All this sword energy. You gotta, I hate to sound crass, but you gotta unfuck yourself. You know. Tell me about that Page of Swords in reverse. The Eight of Wands in reverse. Your fears, your headspace, the things that you marinate on at night that have nothing to actually do with what is a reality is going to bend you over and fuck you sideways in the most uncomfortable way possible. And you're not realizing that you are getting in your own way. I think that there are some things that you really need to let go of. There are some things that you really need to learn. And I also want to say, be cautious of your finances this week. Okay. With that Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, you could kind of feel yourself, and with that Queen of Cups in reverse that is right next to it, you could feel yourself in some kind of emotional turmoil, and then thinking that, the way to deal with it is through like retail therapy, which is just not a good idea, right? And us Venus babies know that that is the worst idea imaginable, and it is our more lower vibration of our Venusian energy. So please be cautious with that and how you're dealing with stress, and also how you're getting in your own head and getting in your own way when it comes to making practical, logical decisions, emotional decisions, and possibly financial decisions. So, um, an evolution needs to take place, but it's really about you guys getting out of your own way more than anything. I mean, Venus is in your 12th house, right? So, I mean, that's you guys. So, I feel like there's a lot of mental health stuff going on anyway. And the 12th house can be about like self sabotaging behaviors and getting out of your own fucking way. And the 12th house is also like our blind spot. Okay. And so I feel like a lot of you guys have some kind of blind spot that has everything to do with you, and you needed to kind of get out of your own way when it comes to those things. Um, like, for instance, I procrastinate a lot, right? I procrastinate a lot. But we have to understand that procrastination comes from somewhere else. It's not just because, oh, we're gonna put it off. No, there's something deeper going on there. And so, like, needing to do, like, let's say you are a procrastinator, why do you actually feel like you are procrastinating with something? Why do you do that? Because you're like, and I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but it's just an example. So, but it's all like a root of something else. So let's go ahead and take a look at that Three of Wands. Tell me about that Three of Wands. Oh, that's great, Pinky. The Hermit in reverse. Look at that. Okay. The Magician. All right. Trying to see more of that. The Three of Pentacles. Okay, I love that. Tell me about that Three of Pentacles, actually. The Star. Come on now. Hello, like, dude, I love this. I absolutely love this because it seems like you are getting your head out of your ass. you know, Libra. It seems, Venus going through the 12th house People talk so much crap about Venus going through the 12th house. But Venus is exalted in Pisces. And while I know that Pisces does not take up your 12th house if you're a Libra rising, right? Venus, I believe, still does well in the 12th house because it is a natural Piscean house. She likes being in the 12th house. She's exalted in Pisces. And it's a natural Pisces house if we're looking at an Aries rising chart. And so I feel like, especially when Venus conjuncts the South Node on the 29th, there's going to be a lot of things that you're realizing that you held on to that you don't need to hold on to anymore. I think that you guys are really gaining the courage and you're seeing like a big picture view of what you need to set out on and what you need to pursue and how you need to pursue it. When it comes to your dreams, when it comes to your goals, when it comes to your talents, gifts, skills, and abilities. And I think that a lot of you are going to realize that this entire time you've had exactly everything that you needed in order to complete something, in order to pursue something, and in order to attract people into you and around you that are for your higher dreams and your higher purpose with that star there. The Three of Pentacles and the star, I'm kind of wondering for some of you if you're doing something on social media or creating some kind of content for social media or creating something and bringing something to the table with other people to pursue something that you wanted. That you still want, really. Courtney Renee and Taller 56. Thank you so much. Taller 56. Thank you so much for that. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you, Courtney. And I feel like there's something that you're wanting to pursue, and I don't feel like you're going to do it alone. It feels like you're doing it, with others. And let's keep in mind with that stellium going on in your 11th house anyway of groups, communities, networks, right? No, that's your second house. I'm sorry. I was going backwards. But regardless, I feel like you guys are going to be working with like a group of people or something like that. That's what it feels like to me. So I don't know. I really like it. I really like it, but I don't want you to get stuck on thinking that you're not going to fish your wish for something. I think that you guys just need to go for it. It could end up making you some money in the long run. I feel like you guys are going to feel very valued and worthy by the amount of work that you put in with another group. Like I feel like there's going to be people that really appreciate like what you're doing. Tell me about that 10 of Cups in reverse. The Page of Cups. Some of you are breaking up with somebody and starting a new relationship, or for some of you that have had issues in a relationship, you could be trying to like renew that relationship for some of you. The King of Pentacles in reverse. I don't like that. The Four of Cups. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of feel like you've been holding on to somebody for too long. That is actually causing you to not be able to break out of your shell and actually do something that you need to be doing. We don't realize that sometimes people are in our lives and they're blocking our blessings. We don't realize that a lot of the times. And I feel like maybe you have somebody that's kind of doing that. This is definitely making me feel like you have somebody that's using you in some way. Like, I don't know what they're using you for. I don't know. Maybe it's sex, maybe it's money, maybe it's your status. I don't know. But I mean, I feel like you're going to have a lot of people kind of on your ass anyway, because of what you're going to be accomplishing here in months to come. So I don't know. I don't like this King of Pentacles in reverse because it makes me feel like this person isn't right for you or this person has negative intentions. And so I would listen to your intuition when it comes to that. And don't allow this person to get you in your emotions, even if it's a family member, somebody who's being a stubborn shithead, never happy with what they have, never happy with anything that you do, never happy with your accomplishments or never picking up what you're putting down. I would just listen to your intuition and protect yourself. You have Cancer. So yeah, listen to for your advice. So listen to your intuition. Um, Virgo got something similar, but it got fourth house. Cancer and the fourth house are obviously connected. I feel like this is you needing to, Cancers can be very protective. So I feel like this is you needing to protect your peace, protect your emotions, protect your heart, and absolutely pursue the things that make you feel good, and nurture yourself as well. All right. Thank you so much, Libras. Let's go ahead and move on to Scorpio. I'm going to use these cards. Yeah, I'm going to use these cards. All right, Scorpio. All right, let's see. All right, can you show me Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements? Yeah, Pinky, I don't know anything about Vedic astrology. Sorry. All that stuff is literally a foreign language to me. I don't get it. Like, what? All right, let's see. Yeah, this one astrologer, she was like, she was clowning Taurus moons, and she's like, "Hey, Taurus moons, did you ever end up accomplishing those things that you said you wanted to do like 3 years ago?" Yeah, I didn't think so. And I was like, so rude. Wow. I'm so embarrassed. All right, let's go. All right, Scorpios. What do we have for Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements from November 5th through the 11th. Last shuffle. Yes. What's up, Carmen? Everybody hashtag Carmen right now. Carmen right now. Carmen right now. Carmen right now. Thank you so much, Carmen. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Of course, I got to put her up here. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Is this it? No. There we go. I still have it saved. Thank you so much, Carmen. Everybody hashtag Carmen in the chat, please. Thank you. Violetta must attract Scorpio Venus. What do you mean? Oh, well, just in general, maybe. Yeah, I have a Scorpio Venus. You know, I had somebody tell me once, they were like, the way you love is so sad. And I was like, thanks. It's an acquired taste. I was like, damn, what a shitty thing to say, huh? All right, let's see. Thank you so much, Carmelita. The Nine of Pentacles. Love that. The Sun. Damn. Come on now, Scorpio. Oh, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, I see. The Ace of Wands. Well, I'm not really mad at it if I'm going to be honest with you. The World in reverse. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. The Seven of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Three of Wands. Huh. Well, you're dreaming up like what are the possibilities? I feel like you're romanticizing the possibilities of like your life. For some of you, you are just simply focused on you, the present moment, where you're at right now, what you can work on, enjoying your life, staying optimistic. As you can see, this Ten of Pentacles in reverse makes me feel like you're kind of giving up on something that was already established. Tell me about that Ten of Pentacles. The Two of Cups. Oof. Some of you may be giving up on a relationship, or it could be that you are changing the focus of a relationship to another direction in some way. With that Ace of Wands, is showing me that you are not only inspired, but you are also being quite inspiring. And I feel like the reason why is because you have the gall and the balls to go after the things that you want, and you're actively pursuing those things. You know, the Knight of Cups with the Seven of Cups is Venus and Scorpio, you know, Seven of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here. So I feel like you're really listening to your emotions, listening to your heart. You're pursuing these things. I definitely feel like you are thinking about all the possibilities of what you could have. The Knight of Cups is like the poet, the actor, the actress, the serenader, right? It's like the creative. And I feel like that's maybe where your guys' focus is headed. You're feeling quite confident in yourself at this time as well, which I really like to see. It does feel like, though, there's something that I don't want to say it's failed, but something that maybe needs a little bit of a refresher or something that needs to be renewed in some way, whether that is a romantic partnership or whether that is some kind of established business. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look. Whoa. Okay. The World in reverse, the Emperor in reverse, and the Page of Wands in reverse. Okay, that's interesting. Don't do that, Missy. Well, Carmen, you know, that's what happens when you come around here throwing your money around and shaking your ass in my chat, all right? The Six of Swords in reverse, the Three of Swords in reverse. Ooh, okay. Yeah, this to me makes me feel like something just keeps coming back around, keeps rearing its ugly ass head, keeps showing up, and just like, oh my God, this is just, and I feel like it's somebody, it could be a boss, it could be a lover, it's a masculine figure in your life. Even if it's just you constantly trying to control things, like feeling like you have to control everything or whatever, right? um it's not really working. It's not really working for you, whether that's you trying to control something constantly or somebody is trying to control you. It's not working for you, and you have this opportunity to kind of break out of a pattern, break away from this relationship, break away from this thing in order to I mean, like, it's really unfortunate because it's like I'm looking at the 9 of Pentacles, gorgeous. I'm looking at the sun, stunning. I'm looking at the Ace of Wands, immaculate, right? And then there's like this like lover or this like I don't want to say that it's failed, but it's like something that's not working for you anymore. And it's almost like kind of harsh in your mellow, and it's like showing up in the beginning of the week, and there's an opportunity for you to be able to break free of something. But it's like nobody's going to do it for you, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Let's take a look at that 8 of Pentacles in reverse, because yeah, look, even that is telling me that you keep hitting your head, on this wall, and it's like you're not getting through, So I don't know. Let's see. Tell me about that 8 of what's up, Becky? The Hangman in reverse. Yeah, it's just like standing still. Standing still. The Queen of Cups. The King of Swords. There's that 7 of Cups again. What's that 8 of Pentacles? The Hierophant in reverse. Okay. So, I mean, it's like you're stubbornly holding on to something. Excuse me, didn't mean to do that. You're stubbornly holding on to something that is against your morals, your values, your religious, your spiritual beliefs, or just something that is not maybe conventional. You're not really a very conventional sign anyway, but it's like I feel like there's something where it's just staying the same. And I don't know what it is, but you're just sticking to it. And I don't know if it's because you're emotionally wrapped up in something, but I feel like this King of Swords begs you to kind of like see the reality, or to, I don't want to say get out of your emotions, but separate your emotions from the reality of a person or a thing. Okay, you may be idealizing a person or idealizing something. But I mean, I want you to be careful of some bloodsuckers around you. With that 9 of Pentacles, with the Sun, with the Ace of Wands, it's like, dude, you have a lot of good energy and you're going to attract, like moths to a flame. But it doesn't always mean that they're there just to flutter their wings and, fart, I don't know, unicorn colors. Okay. Like, you got to protect your shit. Capricorn energy here. So this can be about like implementing boundaries. It's also about hard work. This is like Saturn. It's like if you put in the work, it will come. Saturn just went direct yesterday. And so direct in Pisces nonetheless. Pisces is a very creative sign, but it's also can sometimes be a lack of boundaries. It doesn't know where it begins and another person ends. And it's, and so I feel like you definitely setting up and implementing proper boundaries with people and taking slow and methodical steps to be able to accomplish the things that you're wanting to accomplish. Instead of allowing other things to hold you back, because Saturn can also hold you back from things if you're not doing the work that you need to do and making the right decisions that you need to make. Okay. What's up, Michaela? Thank you so much for that super chat question. Shout out to Carmen for the sponsorship. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see. Show me Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. As a mod was feeling guilty because they don't have no, and I took everybody, like I took Andrew off as a mod. I took everybody off as a mod because I understand that not everybody has time to do it. And so I took everybody off. I took everybody. Quiet Storm, everyone. I only left Lori, even Mira. I only left Lori and Rick just because they were the ones that were constantly here. And so I was like, okay, well maybe they, they have time. No, like no hard feelings or anything. I understand you got your own shit going on. Not saying that Lori and Rick don't. So that's saying. But some people have time to do it, some people don't. So I understand. But yeah, everybody basically got taken off except for Rick and Lori for now. But thank you for understanding. I was like, oh God, I hope she doesn't think that was like a weird, like slight or something. All right, Saggies, let's see. Warrior Queen, thank you so much for that super chat question. All right, last shuffle for my Saggies. Lori, I've got nothing going on. What's up, Necessary Truths? Good to see you, baby. Alrighty, let's see here. All right, Sagittarius. I'll still throw my money around too, though. Okay, the money comes with the ass shaking in the chat, right? Good to know. Glad we're on the same page. All right, so Sagittarius. Throw that ass in a circle. Okay, sorry. All right, Three of Pentacles in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse. Oh, the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is coming out a lot. The Justice in reverse. Yikes. The Star in reverse. Saggy. The Seven of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, the Page of Swords and the Six of Wands in reverse. Hold on. My music stopped. Okay, there we go. Nope, it's repeating itself. Tell me about that High Priestess in reverse. The Two of Pentacles. Tell me about the Justice in reverse. Five of Pentacles. It feels like you have to free yourself from something or someone. Like you have to break out of something. It could be suppressing your potential. You could be around coworkers, a group. You could be around people that you don't really appreciate and you don't feel like they appreciate you either. I feel like you're watching something happen. Like it's almost like you feel like you're doing work maybe and you feel like nobody's appreciating it, or it's like you're not really getting the recognition that you deserve in some way, and you're like just like watching it happen. And you're kind of at this point where you're like, okay, I don't get it because I feel like I've done the right thing, or I feel like I've put in the work, and it's like nobody hears me, nobody's listening, nobody sees me, nobody, maybe it's just like emotional work that you've done on yourself and you feel like nobody's like noticing the difference or nobody's like supporting you in that or something. But you're really not on the same page when it comes to maybe a decision that you feel like you have to make for you. Just a slight side note. Some of you are trying to buy a home or move or something like that, but you feel like somebody you live with isn't on the same page with you. Okay. You're having a hard time making a decision about something. It almost feels like you have to walk away from someone or something, and it hurts you to do so. And it's because you don't feel appreciated in a situation. And you're kind of at this point where you're almost like just I'm just going to shove it down, or I'm just going to keep it to myself. Like what's the point of even saying anything anymore, because you just feel like there's someone or something that is not appreciative of what you're bringing to the table. So you're like, okay, bitch, well, I brought the table, so I'm just going to take the table and then we'll see how you do without the table, like, or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Does that make sense to you? But you're kind of at a loss because it's like sometimes it's like you feel like you know what the right decision is, and then sometimes you don't, and you kind of go back and forth with that. I almost want to say I'm sorry. I don't know why. And even if this is just like general, like maybe you're feeling like your whole life you weren't really appreciated for your ideas, or you weren't really appreciated, like your family didn't appreciate you, or maybe they treated you like the black sheep. I mean, I don't know, but it feels like it's like a, ugh, a long-standing thing. And for some of you, you have, sorry, I'm not trying to drag this on, but for some of you, Starlight, thank you so much. And Janice, thank you guys so much for those super chat questions. Some of you really, I'm going to say this. Some of you really feel unliked or unappreciated by somebody, but you have to feel like you just, yeah, I feel like I already said this. I feel like I'm just repeating myself, but you feel like you just kind of have to keep it to yourself. Hmm. Now, I will say this. I feel like you have a reason to celebrate this week. But if you get too hyped up and like what was or what can't be or how you don't feel appreciated, you're going to have a hard time appreciating the possibilities right in front of you that maybe you're not necessarily seeing. Tell me about that star in reverse. The Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. The Ten of Swords, the Nine of Cups in reverse. Well, it's kind of making me, I see two feminine energies here, and certainly one of them could be you. But it feels like there's no healing around a situation between you and another person. And it's interesting because it shows me that these two people are standing in their power. They're standing in their power. They're doing their thing, but they're also not really referencing each other. Like, especially this Queen of Swords is like, has kind of their back turned to this Queen of Pentacles energy. And so to explain, the Queen of Pentacles archetype is more like the mother or like somebody who's very nurturing or like a businessman or a businesswoman, somebody who can be quite stable and giving. And then there's a Queen of Swords who has been through a lot of shit in their life and they are wiser because of it. And they're definitely not afraid to like let somebody know about themselves. And I see that the Five of Swords is in between these two people. And this is making me feel like it's almost like a tit for tat energy where these two individuals are trying to one up each other in some way. But it almost feels because they're in their power. So it's like not, there's a strong determination to win in their own rights. But there's no like healing between, there's something that's in the middle of these two people, and it's like a determination to win and stand in power in some way, even if that's just like a personal power, because we have the Nine of Cups in reverse and the Ten of Swords there. Somebody felt like maybe the other person betrayed the other, and there's no like really healing here. It just feels like an uncomfortable silence. I don't know, this is resonating for like one person, sorry. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles here. Tell me about that. The Devil in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse. Wow. Okay. Seven of Wands, Eight of Cups in reverse. Well, you know, if this is you down here, okay, I'm not going to focus on crosswatcher shit, but this is you down here, you're starting to realize that maybe you have invested too much time and energy into something that you know is not good for you. And now you're getting to this point where you've realized that you've settled in a situation or that you kept accepting some kind of negative behavior that was unsettling to you. And now you're realizing that you have to implement these boundaries or you have to put some distance between you and another individual. Um, this may be a need for you to focus on more self love than anything and disconnect from someone who doesn't appreciate you. Okay. Or maybe somebody's doing that to you. Okay. I don't know. Tell me about that Devil in reverse, just to clarify. The Ten of Cups in reverse, not feeling emotionally supported. Maybe it's a family member, maybe it's a relationship. I don't know. But the toxicity or the realization of it is coming from, I realize I'm not emotionally supported in a situation, so I feel like I have to emotionally support myself. And this is like a very practical decision that somebody is feeling like they need to make. And then you got Earth for your advice. So this is about practicality. This is about making grounded decisions, being grounded, being patient with yourself, and being persistent in your efforts. So I feel like this is just telling you, stay grounded, Sagittarius, and, do what's right for you, basically. Okay. All right. I'm not going to stay on this anymore. Stacy, thank you so much for the super chat question. All right. Let's move on to Capricorns. Sorry if it feels like my energy is low. Okay. I'm not really sure, like, why I'm feeling that. I want to ask you guys something. Okay. I want to ask you guys something. Do you guys prefer on this channel astrology transits, or do you prefer tarot readings? Like astrology transits, the monthly horoscopes, pick a cards, or do you prefer, excuse me, sorry. Do you prefer astrology like transits, monthly horoscopes, new moon stuff, full moon stuff happening, eclipses, or do you prefer like tarot, like all signs tarot and pick a card and you versus them and like what is the thing? Yeah, I'm a little mellow. Anna, thank you so much. Good to see you, baby. Thank you so much for the super chat question. And smile, it's Amy. Thank you. Okay, Chris said both. Becky said tarot. Lori said both. I kind of like you a little more mellow. Thanks. I love them both. Tarot. Astrology. Both. Tarot. All. Both. Oh, thanks, Jacqueline. Both. Every character in both. Thanks, Tolis. What's up, Divinely Guided? Oh, it's so nice to see you. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. I would like a little bit of everything. Both. I loved the meditated individual readings. I wasn't getting many views on those though. It didn't seem like anybody really appreciated them. And so like I love doing it. Like I remember when I used to write you guys like short stories, like I would meditate and I would come up with like I would whatever I meditated on, it would like I would create a short story with it, but it didn't seem like many appreciated it and there weren't many views on it. So I was like, why even do it? It's like, why if nobody really cares about it? I mean, I'm glad that somebody does, but it seemed like, because it's like my true passion is writing. And so I loved incorporating that, but it didn't really seem like, I don't know. Oh, Monet, thank you. Tarot with Oracle. That's true, Rick. That is true. You'll get some votes for tarot on a tarot broadcast. You are great for tarot, but I know you are meant for more. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. I love the meditative readings. I love channeling too. Yeah. Okay. I was just wondering. All right. Thank you, you guys. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, of course, Katie. You're so welcome. Thanks, Pinky. Yeah, nobody's really, I don't know. I just it was too much work for not enough like feedback, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe I could do something with like fire, water, earth, air, for like the elements and you guys can like share that reading cuz that was a lot of work I was doing. I don't know if you guys remember when I was doing the meditations and I saw the visuals and then I literally write a story, like a creative story for each like whatever I had channeled for the sign. but it just wasn't getting, like, I'm sorry, getting 1,200 views on a video where I'm writing like the short story and doing these meditations and like saying what it is and then interpreting the meditations like in the tarot reading. I love to do it, but it just wasn't like getting the feedback that I wanted. So I don't know. I don't know. Okay. All right, let's see. Thanks, FG. Oh, thanks, Asen. Oh, wow. 9 of Pentacles. Okay. Thanks, Pinky. The Page of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, thanks, Lori. There she goes. Thanks, Danik. The 6 of Cups in reverse. The Chariot. Okay. The 10 of Cups in reverse. The 6 of Wands. Bottom of the deck. 2 of Swords, Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah, Rick, I was exhausted. Tell me about that Page of Pentacles in reverse. The 8 of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like you're bored. You know? I do feel like you have evolved in some way. It definitely feels like you've evolved in some way, Capricorn, and I think that you're focused on like doing what feels good. I feel like you've worked really hard and you're at this point where you're like, what's next? I think that you're looking good, feeling good, smelling good, and I think that you know it. And there's something though that seems to be kind of almost standing in your path or standing in the way of where you're really trying to go. Like, I don't want to say it's holding you back, but it's kind of like I imagine you like on an actual chariot, right? And you're like riding along and you're like, yeah, like I got my eye on the ball, kind of, right? I don't know what the ball looks like, but I know there's one over there, right? And it's like, I don't know, a tree falls in your path and you're like, ah shit, I gotta go around. It's something like that. And um it almost feels like there's this maybe a decision between two paths. The chariot, when you look at the chariot, it's 2 horses pulling the thing, right? So it can talk about pulling the carriage. So it's like needing to make a decision, needing to choose a path. And I feel like this is also what this is about, but you don't really know what the path is. But I feel like you would. I feel like you would if you just quieted your mind for a moment. Janice, thank you so much. Thank you, Tolis. Sorry, I didn't want you to think I was ignoring your comment. I was just over here doing my thing. Thank you so much for saying so. Um, hmm. Do you feel like you're not really being supported on a journey? Or do you feel like you can't really? Okay, I don't need all of those. Thank you so much. We love your generosity, but it's a no for me. All right, tell me about the 10 of Cups in reverse. The 8 of Cups in reverse. S, thank you so much for the super chat question. The World in reverse. A lot of reversals. The Sun. Love it. Well, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Ace of Swords, Page of Cups in reverse. Well, it's interesting because now it's showing me that you do know the truth and you know exactly what decision that you need to make, probably near Tuesday, Wednesday about something where you become a little bit more clear about something, but you're having a hard time because it's disconnected from your heart or what you believe to be so. Because it's making me feel like you are needing to let go of a relationship, let go of a family member, or let go of something or someone that is not making you feel emotionally supported, and it's hurting you because you're having a hard time separating your heart from the situation. But once you're kind of like, you know what, you realize sometimes I have to close doors that are not going to close themselves. you start to become more optimistic about the future. And you may even get in this very creative space Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, midweek, where you are allowing whatever it is that is hurting you or that's keeping you stagnant, you're allowing it to fuel you and push you forward and push that little buggy forward that you're riding on. If things fall in your way, it is asking you, how bad do you want the thing? How bad do you want this? And how far are you willing to get it? So I feel like the universe, I feel like God is trying to prepare you for something bigger. Let's look at that Six of Wands. Seven of Wands. Damn. What did I just say, bitch? Listen. The strength that, don't do that. Don't do that. Strength in reverse. All right. I was going to say, you don't want to talk to me. I'm going to force you to talk to me. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay. Seven of Cups in reverse. Nine of Wands in reverse. Okay. Well, once you start following your heart space and once you start being more optimistic and changing the way that you're thinking, you'll find by the end of this week, you're getting some kind of recognition for pursuing something. Maybe you finally post that blog, right? Maybe you finally post that blog. And now you're getting recognition for it. Maybe finally you release that podcast and people will love it. I don't know, right? But with that Seven of Wands, you're going to be met with some kind of resistance where somebody's going to want something that you have. And this is, once again, the universe and God testing you. How bad do you really want it? Because it's like once you're met with the resistance, it's like, what are you going to do with the resistance, right? Are you going to be like, okay, well, people are talking shit about my podcast, so I guess I'll just give up. Okay, bye. That's your prerogative. But it's like this is when I first started social media, the first week I was on there, it was on a live streaming app called You Now, and I went by the name Bratty Cupcakes. And it's my little one claim to fame, right? Who cares? But it's the story I'm relating it to. And I remember when I first got on there, and I was just showing up, I was just being me, and whatever. And already within a week, I had a lot of bigger streamers that were taking notice of me, and immediately they started talking shit about me. They started talking shit about me, and they were really mean, and I started getting bullied, and I was like, oh, okay, right? But I'm a spiteful little bitch, and I like to do the thing that pisses people off. Especially if they're trying to stop me from doing something. And so I pushed through anyway. And after I pushed through, I ended up being the fastest monetized channel in the history of the entire app. And then I ended up beating everyone internationally in subscribers, where I had the most subscribers on the entire app. And if you can imagine, if I would have let those people treat me that way and allow me, oh, I guess I'm just gonna go to bed. Okay, right? And you're not much for that anyway, right? You're the GOAT. You watch how everybody has done it before you, and then you know how to do it better, and then you climb the little mountain, slow and steady wins a race, and you get right to the top. That's a Capricorn. And my Mars is in Capricorn, conjunct my midheaven. And then you succeed. And so I feel like through perseverance and determination, I feel like you will get this thing. What's up, Vanessa? Good to see you. Cardinal. Well, here you go. This is Cardinal. This is this is Cardinal energy. I actually really love this. So the cardinal signs are Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, and Aries. Okay, so maybe you have some of those other placements. But this is you kind of instigating something, being brave enough to break the mold, to fucking, kick the door down, to break through glass ceilings. What's a little glass, right? What's a little bit of a locked door? Who cares, right? Bust through that shit, because the resistance is there. I hate it when people are like, oh, just go with the tide, go with the least amount of resistance. Okay, that's great. That's fine. If you want the least reward sometimes, okay, obviously use discernment, right? But there's this one meme that I saw. I don't know if you want to call it a meme, but it was these it showed like the it didn't show the top of the vines, but it showed these two people and they were climbing vines, and one didn't have like any thorns on their vine, maybe one, right? And they were just like climbing up the vine and whatever. And the other person had all of these thorns all over the vine, and they were climbing, and they were bleeding, and they were just gushing out blood, and they were trying so hard to get to the top. But then, like, the second picture showed what was at the top of each vine. And the one that had the least amount of thorns had a tiny itty bitty little berry. But the one that had the most amount of thorns had all the berries, right? And so sometimes the path of the least resistance, or excuse me, sometimes the path of the most resistance, while hard, yes, has the best fruits for your labor. So just food for thought, right? Renegade, thank you so much for the super chat. Are you still on you now? Like my account's on there, but I don't go on there. I really haven't gone on there in years anymore. Once I got sober, I just kind of like grew out of it. I got sober and it was like I woke up out of a coma and I was like, where am I? How did I get here? Who are these people? Like it was, once you get sober, it really wakes you the fuck up. It's like, where have I been this entire time? Like you literally feel, and I just could not, I was like, this is not for me, you know? But yeah, it was incredible. It was really incredible. I had a good time, and I had people on there that were so loyal to me, that are still loyal to me till this day. But I just like grew out of it was like high school. I was like, oof, why am I here? Anyway, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna use these little guys. That's what we're gonna do. All right, Aquarius. All right, show me Aquarius. What's going on for Aquarius this week? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. We thank you too for sharing time through your acts. Feels great to admire your expression and gratitude. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you, Lori. What's going on for Aquarius placements? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Show me Aquarius. Let's shuffle. All right. Sorry, just a little bit of a sixth house stellium OCD. Don't mind me. Ooh. Okay. Well, Lovers in reverse, Six of Cups in reverse, the Ten of Cups. What is going on here? The Two of Cups in reverse. Well, this is clearly an emotional read. Tell me about that Lovers in reverse. Oof. All right, this looks like a relationship or a marriage or something. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Renegade, thank you so much for that second super chat question. Okay. So This is hard to say. It very much makes me feel like there's an unrequited love thing going on here, like from your end, where you're. I don't want to say like you're losing feelings. It feels like a relationship. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. It very much feels relationshipy. Yes, Vern, exactly. Um, and I'm not saying that you don't love the person because I see it here, but it makes me feel like I don't want to say you're outgrowing it, but you're not as connected on like a 5D plane. It's like, okay, yes, it's here, it's in front of me. This feels like a relationship. I'm not gonna lie. Uh okay. And it's making me feel like you're realizing there's a huge discontentment when it comes to the opposition between morals and values, religious and spiritual beliefs, or there's something that just like isn't right about it, or there's something that's like off. And you doubt it because you're kind of like, I feel like I could do better, you know? And it's there's something about it that maybe puts you in this energy of like immaturity or God, I like when I noticed that now this might just be my South Node in Libra, but I noticed that sometimes when I get around certain people, I sometimes my it's almost like their energy like infiltrates mine and it almost it imitates theirs. Right? And that's not everybody. Sometimes people's energy, like I'm still who I am and that's it, right? It doesn't affect me like that. But sometimes somebody does do that. Like, and you know what I'm talking about? Like sometimes people have a certain demeanor or a certain vibration that can sometimes tug at yours and pull you down a little bit. And that's what it feels like. It feels like something's kind of tugging you down a little bit and you're like, fuck, and then you're like, okay, because it's something that's established. Like you have a connection. Maybe it's family. For some of you, it could be family. It's like, okay, yes, I love, but like, ugh, like, because it's disconnecting you from like your higher self, and it's almost pulling down your vibration in such a way. Like it doesn't feel healthy. Like I'm telling you, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to talk too much, but let's look at that 3 of Cups. 6 of Swords. The Hangman. You know what this looks like to me? Tell me more. So this makes me feel like you guys are getting together with like a friend or something like that this week. Maybe you're just talking on the phone, getting together with somebody. Hey, how you been? Blah blah. Can I talk to you about this? Um, and I feel like this person is kind of helping you see things from a different angle. And like when it comes to what you should and should not be sacrificing when it comes to like yourself and your individual power and your sanity and your emotions, etc. And this person seems to be really helping you in some way before you make a decision on whatever this is, right? Maybe you live with your parents and they're fucking terrible, and it's like, yeah, I love you, but like, I don't like you, and you're kind of a shitbag or you guys scapegoat me or whatever. And so, maybe a friend is like, you're getting together with somebody this week that's like kind of helping you out a bit, because it could feel like somebody just wants to get your goat, wants to get your attention, and just like, oh God, like it's annoying. That's just weird. I don't know. I mean, this is pretty point blank. Usually Virgos readings I find are can be like sometimes very boring and just like straight to the point. I'm not saying this is boring. And no hate to Virgos. I'm a fucking Virgo, okay? I don't care. I'm just telling you. Like this is like almost reminds me of a Virgo read where it's very like I can see exactly what's going on. It's just like this is what it is. I'm like, what are you gonna do about it? So let's take a look at that Queen of Swords in reverse. Congrats, Carmen. That's what's up. What's up, Danger Cat? It's good to see you. I shuffle. Okay, gotcha. Noted. The Four of Wands in reverse. The King of Cups in reverse. Oh, God. Last shuffle. The King of Wands. Woof. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's like whoever you're talking to is giving you some form of advice. And it makes me feel like I don't know if you have two people on your ass or you have a couple people on your ass. It just feels like there's too many. There's too many cooks in the kitchen, right? We got four court cards here. Just on this last, we got the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the King of Cups, the King of Wands. And it kind of feels like family issues or relationship issues in some way that's kind of triggering you a bit. And it kind of makes me feel like somebody's trying to trigger you, and it feels like it's working. And so I feel like you're really needing to decide what the higher self decision is, that you need to make when it comes to your boundaries and what you are willing and not willing to put up with. And speaking of, here's Libra. So, Libra can sometimes, I love Libra energy at its highest, right? It's absolutely fantastic, but Libra energy at its lowest can be very like people pleasing, and you guys really aren't like that anyway. But it can be very like people pleasing. It can be very what's good for everybody else as opposed to what's good for me. And so I'm feeling like, I made a video. You know what? I'm actually going to link it because this is exactly what this is reminding me of. But I made a video. I want to say it was like maybe a month ago or something like that. But let me grab it for you and you guys can check it out if you like. Here you go. Here's the video I made. Anna Banana, what's good, girl? Thank you so much. And it's a talking video, right? It's not like an astrology video. It's just me talking about things. And I said, I was talking about the things I've learned in my 30s. And I said, uh, peace somewhere causes war somewhere else. And what I mean by that is that let's say that you say something and you cross my boundary. Okay. You cross my boundary. And now I have a choice. I can either say something and get rid of the war inside by exchanging it and giving it to you and have peace within myself, or I can keep it to myself and create a war within that allows peace for you. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like you're kind of having this choice that you're needing to make on whether or not you allow a war to manifest inside or if you bring it out of self. And what are the consequences? What would you be sacrificing on either side? And so in that video, I do talk about that. What's up, Kismet? Good to see you. So anyway, just something to think about. Like, yes, you can keep the peace, but like at what cost? Yes, you can you can potentially create a war, but at the cost of what when it comes to your own inner peace, So what's up, Melanie? Thank you so much for the super chat question. All right. So now let's move on to Pisces. Anna Banana, thank you so much. All right, guys. All right, what can you tell me for Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Kismet, where's Kismet? What's up, FG? Yeah, I sent her that screenshot where you're like, where's Kismet? It's like, you got people looking for you, bitch. Aw, thank you, Anna. That means a lot. I was kind of rambling, but whatever. It's what I do, right? All right, what can you tell me about Pisces? All right, let's see. What's going on for Pisces, please? Two of Cups in reverse. Hermit in reverse. King of Wands. God damn, man. Can we get something that's not a fucking reversal? Thank you. Jesus. Okay. Tell me about that Two of Cups in reverse. Oh, dear God. Tell me about the Hermit in reverse. Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, this is just... This feels like a masculine's read. I'm going to be honest. Okay. So, Pisces, if you're a feminine and you're dealing with a masculine, then I feel like this is somebody else's read. Just being honest. So how do I put this? How can I say this nicely? How do I say it nice? Be nice. Be nice, Violetta. How do you say it nicely? Okay. You don't know who you are. And because you don't know who you are, and you have not emotionally met yourself to that deep level, you are not allowing yourself to meet somebody else at the depth that your soul actually requires, because you are too focused on what someone else can do for you from a monetary standpoint. What somebody can bring you when it comes to status or relevance, or when it comes to stroking your big hard ego, right? And you lack perspective because you're realizing that perspective is going to cost you some humility and, God forbid. And it's actually doing you more harm than good. And because you don't have a balanced perspective, you are not able to move forward. You are in tunnel vision. And while tunnel vision can be great for keeping your eye on the ball with something, tunnel vision when it comes to what everybody else can do for you and building up this wall and wearing this gilded armor to protect yourself from what's really going on inside by creating barriers with everybody else, you're actually not able to move forward at all or call in the kind of success that you desire. So you are quite literally only meeting others how far you've met yourself, which is not quite far at all. And now you're hitting a breaking and a turning point where now you decide, because you can stay in the ego, and there's nothing wrong with the ego. Keep in mind, a healthy sense of ego, that's how we get shit done. That's how we get what we want, period, right? But if it is costing you authenticity, if it is costing, that's another thing I talk about in that video, actually. That's actually another thing that I talk about in that video, because I had a problem with that, because that was one of my issues, with moving forward in my life. S, thank you so much for the super chat question. So anyway, I don't know, just food for thought, right? Whatever. Nobody cares. All right, Queen of Cups. Oh, Lena, thank you so much. Oh, I love that. Thank you very, very much. The Four of Swords for the beginning of the week. First half of the week, I mean. The moon in reverse. There's a feminine energy here. I feel like you're the masculine. Okay. So my Pisces feminines reverse this. But you have a feminine here who very much cares deeply for you. Somebody who is maybe a little sensitive, but quite loving, maybe is very in love with you, even. And this is somebody that maybe you hurt. And so this person may be kind of taking a step back, healing themselves, trying to trust themselves more, and keeping themselves away from you in some aspect, even if they're directly next to you. This is somebody that is playing it safe when it comes to you because they don't trust you with their emotions. And this is somebody that is deciding, just like, well, it is what it is. I'm going to get my head out of my ass and not be, feel bad about somebody else's actions or lack thereof, or whatever the case, or somebody else's ego, or blah, 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 blah. And so this is somebody that is, you know, kind of protecting themselves from you a little bit. Tell me about that Two of Wands in reverse. Why is that? The Seven of Pentacles in reverse, because they feel like they've wasted their time, or they feel like it would be a waste. It's like, why take a risk if there's not a reward? You know what I mean? If you take a risk without a reward, at this point, you're just being a fool. you know. So I don't know. Let's take a look at that Ten of Cups in reverse. Oof. Yep. Lovers in reverse. Chariot in reverse. Jesus Christ. And the Wheel of Fortune. Temperance and the Three of Swords. You are going to have to, okay. Your ego is going to have to be okay with something that your heart is not. And what I mean by that is that if you do not allow yourself to be vulnerable, and you do not allow yourself to come down off of maybe your high horse, or if you don't allow yourself to melt a little, um, you are going to lose something in your life that may be quite of importance to you. And so we don't realize that when we're keeping our ego at the forefront as opposed to our authentic self, we are casting out people, places, things, and opportunities that are genuinely good for our soul's evolution and well-being. When we are constantly operating from a place of ego, it's as if we are consciously making the choice to live in an almost matrix formulated costume where nothing is actually real. Have you guys ever seen the movie Don't Worry, Darling? Go watch that. But and then we have to be okay with it. That's all I'm gonna say. Uranus is your advice. So this is about radical change. This is about breaking free from the norm, from what you've always done. This is about stepping out of the box a little bit. Tell me about that Uranus energy. The Hierophant. Well, interesting, because Uranus is in Taurus right now. So, breaking out of the norm, doing something different. That's it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, whatever you've been doing isn't really working for you. So, like, what can you do differently that can help you move forward in life? You know? I don't know. Just food for thought. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and do super chat questions. Now, let me see. All right, super chat answers. Oops, that is not. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Super chat answers in order, please. You're welcome, 86. Thank you, Kismet, for showing up. I appreciate you. You're welcome, Vanessa, anytime. Have a great rest of your day. Teach, I haven't been on there in years. Like if I go, it's once in a blue moon. I think I genuinely quit in 2020 where I just really wasn't on there like that anymore. So it's been a very, very, very long time ago. And no, the subscribers, you don't make any special anything for them. They just subscribe. That's it. It's their choice. V, can you post the video in the comments? I don't want to leave this live and you can't see live chat afterwards. You should be able to see it. What are you talking about? Are you talking about this video? The one I was talking about? Yeah, you know was cool back in the day. I used to love you now. No, it wasn't like a sex thing, if that's what you mean. I just went up there and drank and talked shit and had a good time. That is literally what my purpose was on that app. I mean, that wasn't my sole purpose, but it was a good time. All right, super chat answers in order. Yeah, I was still kind of hanging on to you now a little bit in 2020, but after I got into tarot, I just really didn't want to do it anymore even in 2019. But I didn't get sober till December 27th of 2019, and that's when I really started growing out of you now, and I just really didn't want to be there anymore, and it just wasn't what it was, and I don't know. After my alcoholism died, I kind of feel like the app started dying too. And so I just wasn't into it anymore. It was at its height in like 2016, 2017, even 2018, but it just wasn't really for me anymore. Still love it though. It's always it was a stepping stone for me, realizing that I could be independent, realizing that I could do things myself without having to rely on somebody else. But yep, it was a smaller app. It wasn't big like YouTube, but I was really big on there at the time and it was incredible. Okay. Super chat answers. I think she's talking about linking it below the video. Oh, like in the description box? Okay, yeah, I can do that. All right, fan funding. Zaza, hey V, will Billy be reaching out to me in the near future? The King of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. I'm gonna say yes, but I feel like he is gonna be more like self-involved. I feel like there's gonna be attraction, probably some flirtiness, but I feel like he's gonna be more self-involved. What are his intentions towards me? The Ten of Wands, the Five of Pentacles in reverse. He's probably going to put in an effort. He's probably going to take it upon himself. If you guys have had like any blocked communication or any issues, I feel like his intention is to come out of that. Zaza, hey V, who is Sydney to Billy? Just a friend or something more? He may have helped this person through a hard time, like through some kind of heartbreak. Uh, I don't feel like this Three of Swords in reverse is them. I feel like maybe this person was like, maybe he was a friend to this person or she was a friend to him. I'm not really seeing anything like super lovey-dovey. It just looks like someone was trying to help the other person like overcome something. Kimberly Lewis, what does my future hold for the living situation and relationship? Living situation, Seven of Cups in reverse. It seems like you're going to see the reality of something and you're going to have to make some very important choice. And as far as your relationship, Eight of Pentacles, working hard on it, raising the standard, etc. Sharia, where is the relationship between me and Darius going? The Ace of Wands, the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Six of Swords in reverse, and the Sun. I'm kind of getting like not everything that glitters is gold with this. I think that you guys will have good sex, you know. You guys could be very inspiring with each other, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of stubbornness, especially from the male or from Darius. It feels like he's having a hard time changing or kind of is refusing to change his ways. I don't know if he has issues with a job, issues with money, issues with using you or using people, or maybe all he cares about is status. I mean, I don't know. Or maybe it's just a sense of stubbornness. But it feels like there's, happy times and good sex, etc. But it seems like the masculine is having a hard time changing his ways. Jungle, what is my Taurus friend going to do about our situation? Two of Cups, Two of Swords in reverse. Make an active decision to understand you better, to be more connected to you in some way. Jungle times two. What's my Taurus friend's next move with me? Six of Wands, Queen of Wands in reverse. This person may give you attention, but I feel like that's exactly what they want is they want your attention. Like there could be some jealousy or some issues between the two of you. Maybe this person, I don't want to say they have it out for you or something, but there's a little bit of jealousy or a little bit of like, almost feels passive aggressive in some way. But I feel like this person just like wants attention. Courtney B, thank you so much. Let's see. Hey V, one of my solitaire earrings went missing and I'm terrified one of my kids knocked it down the drain or flushed it down the toilet. Did this happen? No. Do I end up finding it? No. I'm sorry. Did you house one? This may be saying like this is your advice, like it's somewhere in one of your spaces, your individual spaces. If you want to find it, it may be telling you that it like you did it. Like it's something that maybe you did. Maybe it's in an individual space somewhere. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, your bathroom or your bedroom maybe. Sorry, I don't know how many cards you want me to pull for that. It was kind of like straight up. Let me know if you want me to pull some more cards for something, but that's what I got. I love when I get questions like that. They're so random. Courtney Renee, hey Violetta, what are Kevin's feelings about me right now? Haven't been speaking lately. Eight of Wands, Death card. He wants to have a conversation, or maybe he wants to speak on something that he feel like has ended, or that needs to actually change, or maybe he's actually actively making changes. The Page of Swords in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles. I kind of feel like he doesn't even really know what he wants. Like he knows what he wants, but he doesn't really know what he wants, or he's too immature to actually go out and get it. It's like those men that say that they want a wife, but they never actually want to be a husband. You know what I mean? That's what I'm kind of getting with that. Taller 56. Thank you for always keeping it 100, Libra. Oh, you're very welcome. And shout out to Carmen for real. Thank you so much. Michaela, thank you for the entertainment on my drive. It's definitely helping. You're welcome. What do I need to be aware of around the Cancer dude situation? I feel like he's still wasting time with being stuck in the past. Like he may be acting like, oh, yeah, I let go of this thing or I've changed or, I'm not wasting my time on that. But I feel like it's still in his head. Like there's something that's still in his head about it. Like he doesn't, what do I do kind of thing. But he's like doing it to himself, if that makes sense. How does he feel about the actions I've taken now? It seems like he's just kind of like going with the flow with something, or he could even be triggered. Okay, it depends. I don't know what action you took, so it's either him just being like, "Well, I'm just gonna follow her lead," or it's him feeling triggered by something, by some action you've taken. Warrior Queen, love your readings. You are amazing and so natural. Thank you. Will DMJF reach out to me soon? Yes. Three of Cups, Ten of Swords in reverse, possibly to overcome something, to resolve something. I don't know if I can say it's an apology. It might be a confession. He may be like, you know what, I got to get something off my mind. I got to tell you something. I have to be honest about this thing, or I have to be honest about my feelings. But it feels like more something that's been stuck in his head that he just like, oh my God, I got to get this out. That's what it feels like. Then we have Janice. Janice Ryan. Is current Sag Chris talking to multiple women, and is he trying to pull back from us? Should I let me go? Should I let him go? I'm Scorpio Janice, first time on here. Yes. Okay, let's see. Is he talking to multiple women? What's going on with him? The Ace of Cups. No, I feel like he's talking to. I mean, it is a Sagittarius. I'm just kidding. No, I feel like it may be just you with that Ace of Cups, but with that Magician in reverse, I don't feel like he necessarily can be trusted. I feel like he's a little bit of a trickster. I feel like he may not be necessarily like talking to people, but I feel like he may have his eye on people. What should she do about this? Make sure that you are not putting in more than you are getting from this person. I feel like the sex could be good. If you guys haven't been intimate yet, but I feel like the sex could be good. 18 and up guys, right? But be careful of like giving this guy money or spending too much money or spending too much for your hard-earned money or hard-earned time, right? Spending too much energy on something where this person may be having like I don't know, a gambling addiction or some kind of fear, maybe a fear of commitment, or you know what I mean? Like somebody who will take advantage of you in some way. So it's interesting because I feel like you're kind of the person that he's talking to, but I feel like he's not. He's one of those people that maybe needs external validation from others in order to feel better. You know what I mean? You know, I don't I love all the signs, but I don't always trust mutable men. You know, they can be a little wishy-washy, you know what I mean? So just be cautious of that, okay? Not that there's anything. I'm a mutable sign, okay? But, you know, I let me just say this. As a tarot reader, um and being somebody that does personal readings, I get a lot of complaints about Sagittarius men, Virgo men, and Gemini men and Pisces men. And Aquarius as an honorable mention. You know, just put that out there, right? Starlight, general love read. All right, what's coming for Starlight here? Queen of Swords, the Tower in reverse, the Knight of Cups. What's that Tower in reverse? The Wheel of Fortune. Well, it seems like you may have your eye on somebody either now or in the near future. I feel like this is somebody who is open to love. It could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I feel like you're playing it smart. You're using your head. You're definitely in this sense of like maybe trying to avoid some kind of drama or some type of chaos, or maybe you're just trying to go with the flow with that Wheel of Fortune. It's like you're not trying to, you know, break down any doors or anything. The Three of Wands and the Four of Swords. Interesting. I feel like you're going to have your eye on somebody, but it's almost like they don't realize it. Like I'm almost getting like Venus opposite Neptune for some reason. Like where maybe you're idolizing somebody but they don't realize it. What I want to say with this, I want to say approach this person. Like if you have your eye on somebody, or even if you're coupled, and there's something that you want to say, or you want to you know, take initiative when it comes to intimacy, I want to say like do it. Because this person may be oblivious to something. The Three of Wands and the Four of Swords is here. Um, this is maybe telling me that you want to pursue something, but you're a little in your head about it, or you're like, yeah, I don't know when the right time is. Well, you know, there's never really a right time, is there? The time is now. You have the South Node, so needing to like release something, right? Is it like an old self-limiting belief? Is it an old partner? You know, is it the way that you're approaching love that you need to let go of? You know, what is the thing? Do you need to let go of an ex? There's something that you're destined to release here. So let's see. Thank you, Starlight. And then we have Stacy Boyer. What are Chris's intentions for the long run? The Nine of Wands in reverse, the Hierophant, and the Moon. I feel like he wants to give in to some kind of like higher level of commitment, but he's like afraid. Like there's a fear here. There's like, ugh, you know, it's like I feel like he wants stability in his life. I feel like he wants commitment in his life, and he may want to give into that, but at the same time, there's like this. I don't know if it's a rational fear, but it's a fear nonetheless. Eight of Cups. He may get some cold feet. So I feel like it may be that he's thinking of walking away, but I feel like he's going to realize that's actually not what he wants, and the grass is not necessarily greener on the other side. He may be thinking that way and realizing that it's not. I'm only saying that because the Eight of Cups, the purpose of the Eight of Cups is to get to the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is on the other side of this Eight of Cups, but it's in reverse. So he may be realizing that the grasser is not actually greener on the other side. Your advice is House 11. So this is about a need to focus on your bigger dreams, goals, networks, communities, friends, like-minded people. Focus on that for whatever reason. I don't know why it's telling you to do that. Then we have Anna. What to expect in my current love situation for the rest of November? The Three of Pentacles in reverse. Not really getting on the same page, you know. I feel like there's a sexual attraction, you know, a desire of it. But it feels like you guys are like wanting to just put down the sword. You know, it feels like you guys are kind of tired, putting down your swords, laying them down, throwing them down on the ground, being tired, you know, a little bit. The Empress in reverse, the Judgment. See, the King of Cups in reverse. I want you to be cautious. I feel like there's a reconciliation vibe going on here, but because you're the feminine, at least I'm assuming, right, obviously. I feel like you're kind of overcompensating a little bit. And I feel like his manipulation tactics or his like, oh, playing the victim or, you know, telling you everything that you want to hear. I feel like it's kind of working on you because what he's doing is he's manipulating you to work harder for his attention in some way. So I feel like there's a big decision being made. I just want to say, don't compromise yourself. You have Aquarius. Well, that's you, baby. That's your advice. Focus on you. You know, Aquarius is also about, you know, breaking free of old norms and doing shit differently. So, you know, if the same way isn't working for you when it comes to this person, do something different, you know? So then we have Amy N. First super chat. Love your reads. Thank you. I'm Amy Pisces, wondering what is next romantically in the next few months for me. Till my birthday, March 2024. Okay, let's see. Ace of Pentacles, Two of Wands. Okay, the Two of Pentacles. The Page of Wands. I love this. It's all new. This is all like new energy. It's honestly, I really like this. I love that the Ace of Pentacles is here with the Two of Pentacles because it tells me there's some kind of progress that's happening. So if you're focused on love at this time, even if you're focused on money, to be honest, although I know that you were asking me romantically, so I'll focus on that. But it seems like you're actually having a new opportunity or a new opportunity is being brought to you. And I feel like it's going to be your decision. You may have a couple of options available to you. You may have somebody that comes around that may be a younger fire sign, possibly. But regardless, it feels like it's your choice or the ball is in your court in some way. You're going to have a decision between something more practical, right? Because you have you have earth elements here, and then you have fire elements. Something that's more practical, and you're going to have a choice between something that's more passionate. So I feel like you got a couple in the chamber, and it's going to be kind of up to you to decide. Then we have S. What are his Capricorn's current thoughts about me? The Chariot, the Four of Wands in reverse. He may be wanting to pursue it, but he may feel not welcomed, maybe feeling like you won't welcome him, or there may be some kind of insecurity that he's trying to kind of push through in some way. He may be trying to see things from your angle or thinking about like what he needs to sacrifice in order to move forward. It seems like he has his foot on the gas with something, but he also has his foot on the brakes. And maybe because he's not sure he wants to give up something, or him feeling like he'd have to give up something, or not really being sure if the risk is worth the reward. Do I put myself out there? Do I pursue this? You know, what will I lose? What will I gain? That's kind of like his, which kind of sounds like a Capricorn thought process anyway. Renegade, what's happening in money and career for November? Thank you, beautiful. Of course. The World in reverse, the Ten of Cups in reverse. You may not really be feeling supported in your career for some reason. You're trying to complete something, but you're having a hard time. Maybe you feel like you're doing all of the work and you're not getting the reward. Maybe you feel like you don't have enough resources. You know, it's something like that. You're trying to complete something, but you're having a hard time. Um, the Emperor in reverse and the Justice card. If you work for somebody else, you may have a boss. If they weren't treating you very well, you may have somebody that's going to get their karma. I need one more for this. Four of Cups in reverse. I feel like after a long time of pushing or holding on to control or feeling like somebody was trying to push you around in a situation, or you just feeling like you really haven't been able to take the lead, I feel like eventually you will. And it's after you make some form of decision where maybe you felt like you weren't happy with things, or you felt rejected in some situation, or you felt like you weren't making the mark that you wanted to. It feels like you finally make some very balanced decision for yourself. And that's when you can finally like start taking the lead. So I kind of want to say like everything will work itself out in time. Thank you, Renegade. And then Renegade again. Will I ever get the truth from and or about my Leo husband regarding what he's been doing behind my back? And how will I get the truth? I appreciate you, Violetta. You're welcome. Mm, it may come from another person. The truth may come from another person because I'm not really getting like with this Queen of Cups in reverse, the Hermit, and the Five of Wands. There's just like kind of feeling a defeat a little bit, you know, a little bit of paranoia, a little bit of getting in your head, getting in your emotions, you know, kind of having a freak out a little bit. And I feel like the truth comes from another person just because I see the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and the High Priestess. And it's almost like it's something that you already knew or something that you already intuitively felt. I feel like a positive opportunity is coming with that sextile there. Now, a sextile is like Venusian energy, right? So, um, this Venusian energy, this opportunity, um, Venus is like a female, so I'm wondering if you have an opportunity with a female to discuss something, but it's an opportunity, so it's going to be your choice to like take it. Thank you, Renegade. I hope everything works out. Anna Banana, happy Sunday, V. What's next for me in career? I quit my job of 7 years because I was no longer happy with it, and now many options are available. Okay, let's see. Temperance in reverse, the Strength card, the Lovers, the Knight of Pentacles. Well, I really like this. So with that Temperance in reverse, the Strength card, the Lovers, the Knight of Pentacles, right? You maybe kind of like look at things and be like, yeah, I'm not really happy with these options, or this isn't really working for me, right? Temperance in reverse. But with that Strength card, I feel like you're gonna kind of buckle down and choose something with that Lovers there and the Knight of Pentacles. Something that's more like higher purpose focused or something that is more high vibrational, if that makes sense. And then with that Knight of Pentacles, it's like something that may take a little bit or something that may take you a little bit more effort. It's like, it's kind of like, oh, this is kind of taking a while, or this is monotonous work, but there's going to be some kind of reward. It's something that you're perfecting or that you're going to perfect in some way. And so this is going to be something, this is like a choice that you're making from a place of strength, logic, and your higher self. I feel like it's going to be something that's good for your self-esteem and something that's kind of good for your ego as well as your higher self. And I feel like those two in combination are like a deadly weapon. You know what I mean? Maybe it's something in finance, maybe it's something in communication, maybe it's something in business, health, office work stuff. writing, podcasts. Because, sorry, I don't mean to. So this is Virgo, right? And this is Gemini. So we have Virgo and Gemini, which is Mercury. The natural houses of the natural Mercury houses are the third house, which talks about like a skill set. So maybe you're gonna have to like learn something or educate yourself on something before pursuing it. It can also represent like uh, writing, podcasting, creating content for social media. But also, it's a sixth house, and the sixth house can talk about day to day work, office. Maybe you work at a leasing office, conjuring up documents and what have you, writing up documents, who knows, or maybe something in health. I don't know. But it's double Mercury. So, anyway, just food for thought. Thank you, Anna. Melanie, my Virgo still has me blocked. I just want to know for closure, did he truly have feelings for me or was he a pure douchebag? Show the true feelings. The Page of Pentacles. I think that he wanted to offer you something legitimate, but he may have felt like it was reckless or he wasn't really ready to take that leap. And he could have also been lacking in maturity. He could kind of feel like, yeah, he's kind of holding back. I'm feeling more of like he thought that this was something practical. Like, oh, well, this would kind of make sense. I also feel like you stroked his ego a bit or it made him feel good to be with you. But he wasn't like ready to take that leap. Maybe he had emotional doubts. Maybe he felt like a victim. Maybe he felt like you acted like that. Maybe he was playing the blame game, whatever it was. But I feel like there was a strong like pull and attraction. It's just, I don't know if he was ready, so to speak. So it's almost like more of a practical kind of vibe than anything. Anna Banana, what's next for me in love? Thank you, of course. Eight of Swords in reverse, Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Five of Cups, and the Four of Wands in reverse. There may be a little bit of insecurity going on, but I feel like this is more so just because you're kind of like in between jobs, and that's like where your focus is. I think that with that Five of Cups, Four of Wands in reverse, be careful of getting involved with like specifically a Earth sign, maybe that you end up regretting. Okay, maybe you realize this person just wanted you for like money or for status or for their own ego. Who knows, right? It could also just simply be that you're still focused on something from the past that is kind of making you feel like, oh God, do I really want to get back out there? Do I really want to put myself back out there? I remember how this happened last time. So I kind of want to say, like, do it when you're ready. I mean, emotions are different, right? It's like if we need to get a job, like we need to get a fucking job, we got to put our feelings aside. But when it comes to love, like I want to say, like, do this when you're ready because it's kind of feeling like you're blocking people out a little bit because maybe you're still sad about something in the past or maybe you meet somebody and they remind you of somebody from the past and you're like, oh God. So it can be something like that. So thank you, Anna. Are there any changes / positive things happening in my love life in the next few months? Thank you. You could have a Sagittarius that comes in, Temperance, Five of Wands in reverse, the Devil in reverse, or a Capricorn, the World. Interesting. So I'm gonna be honest. This doesn't really feel like love. I mean, it could be, sure, right? Maybe it's a Sagittarius or a Capricorn that comes in, right? And they solve all your problems. I don't know. This more so makes me feel like you're not fighting something anymore. This makes me feel like you're at peace with where you're at in the next few months. Like you're at peace with what is, you're letting go of toxic behaviors, you're letting go of old patterns, you're realizing an old way just wasn't working for you anymore. And it just more so feels like you're closing a cycle so that way you can appropriately attract somebody that's actually right for you. And I feel like in the midst of this, in this like purgatory stage of what you're going through, I think that you may actually attract somebody that you don't realize is actually there or brought to help you through it in some way. And then Chris Love, should I give up on Ronald? That was so just straight the fuck up. I love that. Uh, what happens if she stays? This is what happens if you stay. Six of Wands in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse. This is like somebody trying to get your goat. Somebody trying to, get your attention. Somebody who feels entitled to you, somebody who just says anything that they can in order to get something out of you, whatever that may be. What happens if she leaves? At first, you won't be confident in your decision. With that Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Magician in reverse, and I don't feel like he will agree with it. Um, so I asked your advice. I had to pull an advice card. I only pull oracles for $20 and up, but I had to because I was a little curious about this. It was kind of giving me mixed signals. Your advice is the Two of Cups and the Moon. This is really about you coming to an understanding with yourself and realizing what it is that you need emotionally and when it comes to satisfying your own emotional needs. You really need to ask yourself, am I happy in this relationship? Am I happy with this person? How does this person actually make me feel? Am I constantly on edge every day? Does this person take a moment to understand what I'm going through? Am I the drama? It's like really needing to work through your fears and get down to the bottom of your actual emotional needs. So I'm going to be honest, it doesn't look good either way because I feel like there's this thing where you're putting in so much effort with that 10 of Wands because this 10 of Wands fell out first. And then I'm like, what happens if she stays? And then I get the Six of Wands in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse, which tells me that this may be somebody who's not being super vulnerable with you or not being 100% honest with you. And they know that it triggers you. And I feel like they do it on purpose to try to get your attention, or they're feeling quite entitled to your emotions or your energy. If you leave, I feel like this person won't agree with it, and it may be an hurt his ego in some way or make him doubt himself in some way. But it's like you have to take care of you is kind of what I'm getting. If you're already questioning it, ask yourself why. What got you to that point of you questioning if you should give up on Ronald or not? You know what I mean? So on this card, I'm going to leave it at this. It says, satisfy your emotional needs, nurture self and others. And it's interesting because it's telling you to nurture self and others. So I don't know how you can find the balance between that, but I feel like it's telling you that for a reason. So I don't know. Maybe some subconscious things going there. Thank you, Chris. Sharia, is Darius dealing with anyone else? I don't. I don't think so. I think that this guy is like kind of lone wolf vibe right now, figuring out who he is, figuring out what he actually wants. I don't see that. Leela, who is coming towards me in love in November? Thank you so much. Ooh, the Empress. The Lovers. Well, if you're into women, there you go. If you are into women, maybe. Hold on. Chariot. Wow, look at this. Ooh. What's that King of Pentacles in reverse? Nine of Swords. Oh my God. Well, then maybe this Empress is just simply you. Leela, I want to say this. I want you to be very cautious. In November, I feel like you're looking incredible. I feel like you may be this Empress here. Okay. I feel like you're looking good. You're feeling good. You're smelling good. You look beautiful. You're doing your thing. I feel like you're going to attract people in November. Hello, Scorpio season. Um, and I feel like somebody's going to take notice, but I don't feel like it's for the right reasons. I feel like there's an earth sign male who has some kind of ulterior motives. I don't know, Cancer, Capricorn, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, maybe. And I feel like you are going to have to make a decision between an old way and a new way of doing things. I feel like this is a type of person that you've attracted before, just in a different body. So this is more of like a word of caution, I want to say. And it's just because you're looking incredible. So I want to say kind of like nurture yourself and take care of yourself. If I start a TikTok channel, could it be successful? Thank you. I'm almost getting like, why would you be starting it? Like, what or who are you doing it for? I feel like it's gonna start to get to a point where you feel like you're wasting your time because you feel like your heart's not in it. Um, if you are going to do it, it may be telling you to get more creative. I don't know. Maybe you're a filmmaker and you can make mini movies on there. You know, I mean, I don't know, but it's give me one more on that. I feel like with that star, you have something to share with the world, but there. It has to be like connected to like your soul's purpose. You know what I mean? Kind of like how, like I want to be a writer. I want to be in film more than anything. That's my big thing. But I can't do it here with tarot. And so, but what I ended up trying to do was I really love meditating and I have visuals and stuff like that. And so I end up creating, like, I write a story, or I used to write stories for like each of the signs based upon my meditation. And that's how I was able to incorporate my heart into these things, right? So, like, how can you incorporate that? Because it's like when you follow your heart space, not to be corny, the money's going to follow or the views are going to follow because it's going to be authentic to you. People can smell authenticity and they can smell fakeness from a mile away, you know, and being, you know, not that I know anything about this or anything, but social media can be highly brutal. So it's like follow your authentic you know what I mean? Thank you so much. And then Amy, what are John's intentions, next move towards me, if any? Six of Swords in reverse, Four of Pentacles in reverse. If you guys have had any issues, I feel like he's coming back to try to like bump heads with you again. Or he's just coming back around to try to take a chance with something. It looks like he's trying to take a risk. It seems like he's having a hard time though for some reason. Like he's having a hard time changing his ways in some way, but yet still wants some kind of opportunity with you. So I don't know what his fucking problem is, you know. Thank you so much, Amy. Janice Ryan. So let him go. Is he feeling me or sleeping with other women? Is he feeling Janice? He's more focused on him, is what it looks like. That doesn't mean that that's a bad thing per se, but I feel like his first and foremost thing is going to be him. His main focus is him and his independence and looking good, feeling good, smelling good. Is he feeling her? Eight of Wands in reverse and the Page of Wands. A page is like, hey, you know, it's not like a go full force. It's not like a going full force with something. It feels like maybe there's something blocking it. What's the thing? The Five of Swords. It could be that he doesn't trust you, or it could be that he has other people that want him, or he may be kind of focused on others. Is he sleeping with other women? I don't feel like he really is like, that's not like a goal of his, is to go out and sleep with a bunch of other women. I'm not really seeing that. I think that his biggest goal is just looking good, feeling good, smelling good, and what he attracts, he attracts. Like that's kind of what his vibe is. So not really seeing that, but I don't know. It doesn't feel super serious. Stephanie Vincent, is Troy the one tarot has been telling me about? Just give me a yes or a no. No. Mm-mm. Who is it then? Nine of Wands in reverse. Somebody that gave up, somebody that's, or they're giving in, somebody that's tired, you know? Um, Hold on, guys. I pulled another one for you, Janice, about if he's talking to multiple women. I feel like he's just doing right by him. It's not. I don't feel like he's fucking around. I feel like he wants like a genuine relationship, but I don't feel like he's gonna press for that or that he's desperate for that. So no, I don't feel like he's like running rampant, running with his, peener hanging out of his pants, like, hey guys, I feel like he wants a genuine connection, a genuine relationship, but I also don't feel like he's desperate or like he's gonna push for that. I don't feel like he's sleeping with a bunch of women or anything like that. No, I don't feel that way. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I love all of you. Thank you guys so much. Rick, thank you. Shout out to Carmen for the 50. And thank you to Lori and Rick for modding. I really appreciate your guys' time and your guys' energy on my channel. I definitely couldn't do it without you. And shout out to all of the dragons and all of the newcomers and all of you guys for being here in my channel and sharing your Sunday with me. It means the world. Janice, I hope that I answered your question okay. And thank you so much, Amy, for saying that. And I will talk to you guys later.